I used to be somebody before that freak Caillou sent his army south and ruined everything. We had a nice racket going on in the land of the freelords, or what the rest of the Flaness calls the Bandit kingdoms. We had a territory we ran, and we hustled and stole what we could from who we could. Sure, we fought amongst ourselves, and I'd just as soon stick my dagger into someone from the freelords as anywhere else. But we always banded together when an outside force threatened all of our businesses. But all that changed when Ayus came a-calling. Half of the freelords joined forces with Ayus to save their skins, and the other half got wiped out or sent packing to the other lands, all down into the rift. I was no hero, and neither were any of my mates. So after the massacre of Steelbone Meadows, we did what any guys in our situation would have done. We hightailed it out of there. The only problem is that everywhere we went, there were old enemies waiting. After finally getting corralled by the Ernst soldiers, I was left to rot in a dungeon, waiting for them to decide what to do with me. The way the gods look at us, I don't think we're gonna like what it is they have in store.
There. Hold on. It's coming. All right, there it is. All right, I got all that stuff turned on now. Let me try that again. Hello, and welcome to Return to the Bandit Kingdoms, Episode 8, to be named later. Hopefully not the return of technical difficulties dose. So, again this week, as well as being Will DM, I am also going to be the producer for this evening because our wonderful Adam is out of town. I do believe you're in Dallas, right?
I am in Dallas, Texas.
Excellent. Yeah. So, like, when you go to Dallas, do you get a steak or anything? Is there anything special?
I don't eat meat.
What?
Yeah, I
you
don't
just
eat
eat
meat.
seafood? That's it?
I eat seafood. Yeah, that's about it. Basically, if I could take an animal, hold it underwater for 20 minutes, and it doesn't die, then I'll eat it. I mean, I'm not going to hold it myself because I'm not a savage.
Okay, now hold on a second. I've seen.
I'll have somebody else hold it for me.
Hey, wait. I've seen.
So, like,
plenty...
I'll eat gator because if we're honest with ourselves, if like given the opportunity, the gator would eat me. So that's only fair. And I firmly believe that fish have no right to live. Apparently.
They were never really alive to begin with.
Well, fish don't feel pain. They don't have a central nervous system that conducts that. So, but
Twitch is buffering for me. Anybody else see that, or is that just me?
I just turned.
I don't know. Maybe just
seems
you.
smooth to me.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Jairus, it's just you. Get out of the country.
God.
You live up in the sticks, brother.
I know, right?
All right. Oh, yeah, but you're still coming in great with us. So I have to. Okay. I have to say one thing. Okay, Adam, I see all these barbecue things. You mean to tell me in all that barbecue stuff that I've seen of yours, there wasn't any meat in it, and I've just been mentally putting it in there? You cook it for the rest of the family, right?
I mean, no. I'll cook like poultry for them as far as I'll go.
Okay, then
I had a big barbecue with like family over when my parents were out last week, and I didn't let them eat beef because I didn't want it on my grill.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
That's like mad props, dude. All right. Anyway, so hey, if I didn't say it, welcome to the Bandit Kingdoms. We are. This is not Adam's cooking show. This is episode 8, correct? Right? Yes. 2 more after tonight. 2 more episodes. We'll be at 10, double digits. Look out! All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start introducing everybody. We're gonna go and start to my right this time, and we're gonna start with Jairus. Go ahead and introduce yourself and who you're gonna be playing this evening. You fine man, you.
I'm Jairus. I play Rahly. Sometimes I play Morgan. Rahly is a really nice guy who has just kind of found himself into a life of crime and murder and but it is what it is.
Just kind of found his way into it. Really?
It's just kind of he happened into it.
Okay.
He goes with the flow, and his flow happened to go with a lot of theft and murder.
Is that what you tell girls in the bar when you're picking them up? You want to be the shady guy, but still maybe got kind of a good side sort of guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm an artist at heart.
All right.
I'll say.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. Please continue.
No. I mean that's pretty much the gist. He just Rahly just recently reunited with his mother, who he hasn't seen in over a decade.
That's true.
So
that's true.
It's a big day for him, and we'll have to see what unfolds.
Yeah, that's true. All right, we're gonna go directly south of Jarrus. There, we're gonna go talk to our main man, Phil. Phil, tell us a little who you are, a little bit about yourself, if you so desire, and who you're playing.
Hi guys, I'm Phil. I play Norjor. He is I was gonna say lovable, but I'm not sure he's lovable.
You are lovable. Don't let anybody tell you different.
He's a verbal druid who's kind of the first kind of pioneer in his tribe to go out to the world of man in quite a while, and he wants to go home.
Understandable.
Things have not gone well for him, but he has been tasked with an important mission that he is trying to see through, where he pieces out and never talks to humans ever again.
So true. Fuck humans. Fuck them.
He may not be lovable, but he'd probably make the best plushie out of all of us.
I tell you what,
except for maybe Rahly. It's hard to say.
No. Whenever we get to the level, we're going to produce stuffed animals for the show. First one's going to be the Norjor plushie. That's all I'm going to say. All right, directly to the right of our man Phil is Steve, who plays Wyndon. Go ahead and tell us about yourself and who you're playing, Steve.
Sure. Well, unlike Rahly and Norjor, Wyndon is neither lovable nor nice, but he has also found himself in a life of crime and being a sort of armed enforcer, although he kind of chose it more deliberately. He has found himself dragooned into this whole morass of conspiracies and soul stealing and having to go back to Rook Roost, but having it be completely different. So he's just trying to get his bearings and get out of here with his skin and his soul and hopefully a hefty purse of coin as well.
Well said. And I guess it's safe to say if there was a level-headed philosopher of the group, it would have to be you.
Well, yeah, level-headed philosophy is a little bit more.
Nah, you're a philosopher, man. They're gonna buy you some
esoteric ropes than he usually goes for, but sure, pragmatism, a pragmatic philosopher.
There you go. That's it. You always see. You're good with those things called words. You came up with the press gang fanatics or whatever, and now you got
opportunists.
Opportunists. Yeah. Now we got the pragmatic archer. Oh, I love it. Okay, so directly to the right of Steve, we have Michael, who plays Three Toes. Michael, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us about your character.
Yeah, I am Michael, and I like to take a nice big grill and fill it full of charcoal and put a giant steak right on that, and let that smoke just come into that steak. It's very, very delicious.
Yeah. If you guys missed the beginning, you're gonna have to go back to when it goes on YouTube and whatnot and watch the beginning. You'll understand why that comment was put in. Oh, I love it. I'm sorry. Please continue, Michael. Were you done?
That was it.
Yeah. I'm playing Three Toes, who left Rook Roost kind of in a hurry after some incidences went down, and now I find myself forced to return and deal with the past that I had hoped to leave behind.
That's true. And actually, last episode was, if you guys really want to think about it, that was the Three Toes episode. As far as unveiling of the RP end of things, you found out more about Three Toes than anything else in that episode. So only took 7 episodes. Nice. Good. Alrighty, so directly north of him is our normal producer, and can't wait to have you back, babe. I'm just saying that.
Thanks.
Is Adam?
And thanks for calling me by my pet name.
There you go. I did that. I did that. I'm supposed to only do that when we're alone. I'm so sorry.
It did seem very natural.
It was.
Yeah,
no, it was nice.
Oh, it's good times.
Nice.
It was good times.
Anyway, don't sing me love songs.
Not anymore. I'm sorry. So, Adam, go ahead. You know the drill. Do it.
Hey, I'm Adam. I play. I almost said Three Toes again. This is the second time I've done that. I'm playing Silver Wolf, the Ranger. He, a little angry, a little violent, possibly an alcoholic. And,
possibly. Sorry.
And he's got a lot of shit that he's dealing with, and that's he's either going to do that or he's going to beat people up. One of the two.
Yeah, and that's the way
or sometimes both.
Yeah, yeah, that's the way it should
and be. Yeah. And he doesn't like Rook Roos. He thinks this is the first time he's been to this city, and he thinks it's terrible.
Right.
And and right now he's hanging out in a perfume shop with Three Toes, as you do.
I know. I love it. I so didn't want to quit last night when we quit because I know there was setup, but then we started getting. I was like, oh, okay, cool. All right. So, did anybody else have any announcements or anything or to do? What not? That's no. Okay. So I've got good news for you guys. I actually did a little bit of reading. I read some of this. I hear that they say that this is what you need to know how to play the game or do my job. So I'm assuming things will go easier now that I've read the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Oh, wow.
Is that like
It's a good book. I highly recommend it.
I didn't even know anything. It's like I cracked his spine and I felt a little bit guilty. I was like, oh, look, there's rules for that. Huh. It's like, you mean if I knew that, I wouldn't have to pull that out of my ass? All right, cool. Good to know. So, and then also, because I haven't shown it before, and I'm all about selfless plugs, and I want to say thank you to everybody who's bought The Mermaid's Blessing. That's right. It is for sale on RPG Drive-Thru. And the only reason I'm actually doing it is because everything's shipped. Everything's done. The initial Kickstarter is done. So I'm just really happy about that and super stoked. So, I
got my copy. It's really quality paper, I'm gonna say.
You know what was really surprising for me, and
I didn't even read it. I just brushed it along my cheek.
What was surprising for me is like I went ahead. Okay, you're talking about the guy who wrote the damn thing, right? So I go ahead, I write it, I put it together, and then it's like, when I was putting it together, I was like, oh, 81 pages. All right, well, that's not too bad and whatnot, and then. It still didn't dawn on me what 81 pages is in a print form until I was holding them in my hand. I was like, those guys back in the day were really slacking. Because I kept thinking about original D&D modules, right? With a full, maybe you get, 20 pages, basically? Granted, they had the cooler wraparound covers and whatnot, but I was like,
Suck it, Gygax.
That's right. No, don't say that. There might be Gygaxes watching.
The future is now, Gygax.
I do not condone any of those comments. I will say that for the record. All right, and as always, hey, if you like Greyhawk, go on the internet and take a look around. Go to the Greyhawk channel on Twitter or on YouTube. Go to Cannon Fire. Go to Lord Gosambas on Facebook. Matter of fact, if you go to and just start Googling some stuff or go to Facebook and look up Greyhawk, I'm actually surprised at the wealth of knowledge for Greyhawk on there. Granted, I tend to deviate some, but I am a true lover of Greyhawk, and you can find a lot of good stuff out there. Is Lee Kim in? You guys, is anybody paying attention to that? Because I can't see it. No, okay, because I've kept so much stuff closed that I normally pay attention to make sure that I can continue with the upload speeds. So
yeah, I don't see any chats yet. I see 3 viewers, although there were 4, and as soon as I joined, instead of going to 5, it went to 3.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Once you were there, I had to leave.
Excellent. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. So this is how I'm going to do it. First things first, I want either Adam or Michael to roll a D20, and then either Phil, Steve, or Rahly can roll a D20. You guys figure out who's going to do it. I need one per group. That's how we're going to do this.
I don't have Roll20 open yet, so...
Seriously, dude? After all we've been talking about, you still don't have it open? All right, he's not rolling, obviously.
Well, that was my practice roll.
That worked well. Good start to the day.
There is a 5% chance that... Oh, wait, Wyndon just rolled the 1, dude, so it don't matter.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay, so we are going to start off with Three Toes and... Silverwolf over at the Green Egg, and let's go ahead and get that party started. Okay, so you guys are at the whatchamacallit, the
perfume shop.
The perfume
And,
shop, yeah.
Yeah. And as soon as she asked us a question, I yelled, "Run!" And I started walking briskly toward the door because
Okay.
I didn't have the answers to her questions.
And I grabbed a free bottle of perfume on the way.
You did. You were able to snag one of those bad boys. So where are you guys going? What are you doing? Are you just hightailing it the hell out of there? What's going on with that?
No.
Okay.
We could walk to the door, wander outside, continue to watching the green egg across the street.
Gotcha. Okay.
Still haven't noticed anybody that I would recognize coming or going there, I'm assuming.
Not as of yet. But that being said, go ahead and because you guys really sucked it up on perception and stealth checks last time. So go ahead and just give me a perception check.
Me too. I don't really know who I'm looking for.
That's
I guess I know. Oh, I know Smokey Kaz.
You do know Smokey Kaz.
I'll just be looking for him.
Okay, so if you want to roll because you're looking for Smokey Kaz, you can do that. Okay, tell me what you get because I'm actually getting a. Oh wow, cool! I didn't realize it did that. That's a terrible roll. Was that three toes or was that?
We both. Yeah, he got one better than I did. So
Gosh.
I've got 8. He has 9.
All right. Well, that's good. Okay, so you guys are. I take it you're just gonna go and head over to like. Not necessarily like that. Well, I guess I don't know. You're gonna go like.
Want to just walk in? I don't like
alleyway
skulking around.
Or.
Actually, I wanted to check out the back, see if there's a back entrance, check for windows along the sides where they might be located at.
There's windows along the sides. Surprisingly, there's only one door on the back. It's a sturdy door, but it looks just like any other, like when you're looking at in the movies or something like that, and there's like a restaurant scene, and then there's that door right next to the dumpster and stuff like that. It's pretty much the same deal going on there. There's some rats and different stuff like that, but that's about it.
If this were Goodfellas, that's where you would enter.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, I'm just following Three Toes. Like, you sure you don't want me to just walk in there and see if he's there? I'm following your lead here.
He knows what you look like too, man.
I don't care though.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I'm not trying to hide from him. I'm just seeing what I'm walking into before I walk into it.
Yeah, you guys are both being casual. I take it both of you guys have your hoods up. You're doing that.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what the surprising part is? Okay, so like you guys are trying to be like skulky and kind of like, in the not inconspicuous, maybe in the shadows to a certain extent. And surprisingly enough, half of everybody else on the street's doing the exact same thing. You're in Rook Roost. Nobody wants to know anybody.
Yeah. Why are you hating on Rook Roost? These are your people.
These ain't my people.
I'm talking to Adam.
I'm from Greyhawk City. People. I don't know y'all.
I mean, maybe by blood, but I don't like these people. I also haven't actually met them.
I was going to say, has Silverwolf's never been...
no, I've never been here.
To Rook Roost before, I don't think. Right?
Nope. No,
okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. All right.
All right. Well, if there's, since we know there's some ways out of here, should we need them? I'm just.
And this.
I was thinking for them to escape, we could bar this door.
This place is 2 stories. I don't know if I said that.
Oh.
It is.
Okay.
It is a 2-story establishment.
Are there windows on both the ground floor and the upper floor?
Yes, there are.
Okay.
More so on the upper floor than on the ground floor.
I mean, if you can, here's a plan. I'll go through the front door. You climb. Well, I'll let you climb up first. Climb up through the windows. Get a shot. I'll distract him, and you just kill him. Are we here to kill him? What are we here to do? I hate this asshole, and I hate everyone in the city. We're here to kill him, right?
Now you're just styling like Norjor.
I understand where Norjor's coming from.
I'm sure you do.
In the woods too.
We are here to.
It's got to be. In all actuality, it would be. Sure. It would be hell for somebody like Norjor. He's lived his whole life in the woods and shit.
Yeah.
Amongst level-headed.
I'm definitely having an easier time than Norjor is, but.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely not a murder hobo. He's just a murder hobo for people who steal souls or affiliate with people who steal souls.
Right? Totally.
I don't really think
It's
that's
not the medical
I don't really
side.
think that is a murder hobo. I think that's just a normal human being.
Oh yeah, no, we just mean being
Actually, it doesn't
uncomfortable.
bother me at all.
Yeah,
I'm not
Fritos is not a
comparing you.
normal human being, though, to be fair.
So true. So true. Okay.
Yeah, so what are we looking to do here? I mean, I know the other guys wanted to try to turn him, but
I mean, yeah, if we could put a dagger in his back, that's the simplest. You know, free him, send him back to Nehru. I mean, it would be.
And what I was trying to
one-
remember, they call it Neural's blessing, is what they call it.
so I mean,
Try not to be too obvious. Because sometimes it scares the companions away.
Right.
so do we think that he's just hanging out in here all day and night?
You guys have no clue. Due to your stellar roles, I mean, the fucking Pope could have walked in there and you guys are like, all right, cool. Everything looks good. Yeah, you guys have no clue, really.
Yeah, I think I can climb up to the upper balcony, especially if I get some assistance there from Silver Wolf to boost me up.
You could climb up to the roof. There's no real balconies, but you could climb up to a window if you want.
Yeah,
There's windows up there,
There's
right?
windows,
So
yeah. You could make it to a window if you so wished.
slide and hand my way in, and
Yeah, and I'll hoist him up. I'm pretty strong.
Okay, so were you guys planning on going like around back to do that? Or?
Yeah. We're already in the back. We're looking at the back
or
door.
to the side,
Okay.
to the back. Where it's partially hidden at the minimum.
Right. Okay. All right, so that being said, hold on one second. I just need to finish moving around some stuff. You guys move around back.
Oh shit! Before you do that, can you give me a couple of like silver pieces or something? Because if I'm gonna go into a bar, I'll order a drink. Just to look
Certainly.
natural. Just to look natural, of
Lost
course.
gold piece at you. I acquired this along the way somewhere. I don't remember where.
I can't imagine.
Okay,
where.
hold on. A silver piece. You're giving him one silver
No,
piece?
he gave me a gold. He gave me a
Oh,
gold.
I gave him a gold piece.
And I'm gonna mark that down in. All right, money. 1 gold.
All right, I'm almost.
I can't imagine.
I think
I'm
this
almost
fell out
ready.
of Wyndham's pocket once upon a time. I don't remember.
Probably. Okay, so
Oh, that's right. That's the first. Is that the first or one of the session zeros? You picked his pocket.
Yeah, had to try it out.
Oh,
He didn't
did
like
you
it.
really? I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So let's get started on that. Okay, so you guys go around back. You go into the alleyway. Because remember, it's still early morning. You guys actually got up and got busy earlier in the morning because everybody, for some reason, wanted to get the fuck out of Salas's house. So the streets are pretty empty right now. I mean, Rook Roost, as you probably could imagine, is not a town that really starts really thumping until around noon. I mean, and even the farmers and whatnot, and like the farmers market, they generally don't, because they run on the clock of the city. You know what I mean? When your city's full of a bunch of people who there's a lot of partying and a lot of things like that, and the people who would buy your product aren't up, you don't bother to go and sell it. So you're in the back alley. It looks kind of, it's empty. There's some trash there. There's definitely a window that you could climb up to. Three Toes along a rather uneven. The outside of this building is actually shingled, and with the right with some dagger placement, you feel that you can shimmy your way up. Because remember, there ain't no fucking gutters. I mean, there's nothing like that to climb up. There definitely ain't no fire escape either. So,
Right, but I have a silver wolf to climb up, so
Yeah.
So
I'll
you
give
can
him
get
a
up him.
boost.
So basically, with him helping you out, because you can almost basically, if you get on top of him and then he helps push you up, like from your legs, you can almost reach the windowsill. So all I need is just a climbing check from you there. Which
acrobatics?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll go with acrobatics.
With advantage.
No, ain't no advantage.
I'm hoisting him up.
Yeah, you did. That's why he's able to do what he did. 13 is not a problem. That's enough for you to be
Okay.
able to hold on to the windowsill that's there and get your forearm up and stabilize yourself enough that you can actually use your free hand to try and open up the window.
And is it locked?
We'll try. Give me another acrobatics check. 'Cause you don't. Not a problem. It slides up. Easy, no problem.
All right. Well, I'll slide inside then.
Okay, you climb inside, and it's a dark room, and it's got furniture in it, but it also has lots of other stuff. It seems like you've actually gone into some sort of storage room that has all kinds of different stuff in it. There's crates, there's sacks, there's old furniture, there's a mannequin in a corner with what looks like to be a Fiorentian general's uniform. I mean, there's all kinds of different stuff in this room. So,
All right. The general's uniform mannequin thing, does it look like it might come to life, move around? Or is it just like it look like an inanimate object?
okay, do you actually, are you trained in Arcana at all?
No, I'm just looking at it
Okay, then
suspiciously.
you're looking at it suspiciously, and in your mind, it definitely could come to life. I could totally see that thing coming to life. Okay, now, after you boost him up, what are you doing, Silverwolf?
I go around the front.
Okay, you go around the front. Excellent.
Yeah.
Now,
And go in the front door.
okay, so while he's doing that, because I'm going to switch over to Silverwolf for a little bit, I want to know exactly what's your plan of attack there, Three Toes, while you're up in there. Are you just...
I am going to go out into the hallway. I assume there's a hallway, and try to find a place I can look down and see what's going on down below.
Okay.
Quietly and carefully and so forth.
Okay. And all right, that tells me what I need to know. So what I'm going to ask you to do is go ahead and give me a stealth check. Excellent. That's what I like to see. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch the map.
Dun dun dun.
You got it. Does everybody see that there?
Yeah.
That is the interior of the green egg. All right, Silverwolf.
They're all egg shaped. I get it.
Go ahead and drop your token down there at the front door for me, sir.
Okay. I gotta move Skype out of the way here. Continue to do so. All right.
I can sort of hear.
Where's the front door?
I can hear a little reverb of the Twitch channel. Who's ever has it open? It's very faint. Just FYI. There you go.
You know what? It might be coming through my other headset. I turned the volume all the way down.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Okay, that's the door.
Yep, there you are.
All right. Thanks.
You come in the door now. The green egg is actually kind of fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah. From what you can see. And you know what? Hold on. I'm going to switch over. I want to change the view so that everybody here can see it too. Well, I don't understand why it's still on that, but okay. Let me transition it and see what happens. It should probably go to the general map here in a second.
It takes some time to do that.
Yeah, I figured as much, so I'll keep it on this one right
It's
here.
there now.
Is it? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, so let me go ahead and bring this back up so I can see what the hell I be doing. All right, so
Although
there
we can't actually see the map though.
The map is not seeing it.
It's just a black rectangle.
What
Okay.
you might have to
No,
do
it's
is
it's coming. It's coming. It's just on delay.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just on
Yeah.
delay. Okay, so there we are. We're at the front room. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so you coming through the front door. The doors are nice doors. Okay, you walk in through the front there, and lot of
Is it a hostess?
you got it. A lot of heavy woods. A lot of there's like you can't see it on this, but there's chandeliers hanging down. There's plants. Um, it doesn't have that smell of sweat, beer, and misery that most of the inns in Rook Roost have. And there's,
That is also accurately describes the smell of Silver Wolf.
there you go.
The smell of sweat, beer, and misery.
Yeah. So that's a good question. So like when you were at Salas's before you guys started doing all this stuff, when you went downstairs and had your breakfast, there was like a wash bin and stuff. Did you bother to bathe? Are you kind of smelling?
Oh,
like,
me?
Yeah.
No. I smell like I've been in the woods.
Yeah, because I'm assuming you haven't bathed since well before kin meat. Am I right?
Oh yeah, it's been probably weeks.
Okay, that's what I love to hear. All right, so you come walking up there, and there's a lady standing there. She's got a fine purple dress on, hair's all done up in a bun, and there's like a what do they call those things that you stick through to keep it in place? No, they did like the chopstick sort of deal.
Yeah.
There's a technical term for that, but anyway.
I don't know.
So she's there, and she looks up and looks at you as you come walking in. And then, like, tilts her head back and looks down her nose at you and goes, "Yes, can I help you, sir?"
Before I answer, I just do a quick scan of the room just to see if I could see Smokey Kaz.
Yes, you do. Smokey Kaz. He's right there.
There he is.
You know what? I should probably do something. Let me go to... I don't think I ever did that, did I? No. Okay. Let me go and do this. Booyakasha. All right. Let me see. There it is. This is what I hate about this, because you guys can see everything I do now. It's bullshit.
That's right. Unless we're watching that, we can't see it.
Nobody's watching.
It's on my phone. It's very small. I'm looking at my.
Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. So. I don't care if you see what kills you. It's fine.
All right.
Yeah, Smokey Kaz is sitting at a table over there with a extremely thin, gaunt person in green, tattered kind of robes with the hood pulled up and white hair, shocks of hair sticking out from under it. And that person has got like all kinds of food in front of them, and they're just like, and Smokey Kaz has got like some eggs, toast, and a bit of coffee, and he just seems to be just chilling. Okay.
Yeah, so she asks if she can help me. I point over and I say, I'm a little late for my breakfast meeting with that guy over there.
She turns and looks over at in Smokey Kaz's direction, and basically we're going to, of course it doesn't have that on there, so it's just a straight up regular roll from my man. And let's see, what did he get? Yeah, he doesn't even notice you. He's too busy. He's conversing with that person that's going to town on stuff there. So she goes, "Really? You know Mr. Kaz?"
Yeah, I call him Smokey, you know.
We shall see. Please stay exactly where you're at. Don't sit down. Just wait. And she turns and goes doo 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 over.
Yeah, I put my my elbow on her little desk there and rest my head in my try to look nonchalant, but I am trying to look up around to see if I can see Three Toes at all.
Okay, we're gonna get to that in a moment, because right now we're gonna go see what the other guys are doing for a second, because I'm not gonna.
Now we've split the group 3 ways.
Yeah, I know. Thanks. Just gonna throw that out there. And you know what I didn't do? I'm such a terrible DM. Say bad DM. That's bad. I am a bad DM. I did not. Looks like we lost somebody. Did we? Phil, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Did you not see me?
Yeah, it's just the Skype picture is all. It's just.
Oh yeah.
It's just rearranging stuff. That's all right. Don't worry about it. We're good. Okay, so all right. we're going over to the Stomping Roach. And where did we leave you boys off? What were you guys doing?
We had just met Savala. We were catching up a little bit.
Wait. Rewind that. You just met who?
My mother.
Thank you. Okay, continue. I'm sure your mother, if you call her Savala, is going to get in your shit. I'm just saying.
Oh no, that's true. That is, she certainly would not like it. But I was out of character. She's not my mother.
Yeah, right. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry for rudely interrupting. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, that was. I'm trying to remember. I think it was we just exchanged greetings. She didn't like my coat, which is absolutely devastating.
Right. And you changed it inside out for her.
I did.
By the way,
you're
guys,
a good
son. You're a good son.
Yeah, but Rahly would kind of at some point lean over to Norjor and Wyndon and be like, "Don't tell Morgan I was wearing his coat. He gets all bent out of shape about it."
That's disturbing on a couple levels. Sure. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. That's good times right there. That's good time. Okay, so your mom is there. You guys had exchanged pleasantries. She'd slapped you around a bit for being a bad boy and being out of town and gone for so long. And she had some guys with her. You guys remember anything about that?
The only thing I remember is one of them looked like a Bray.
Two
of them were
two of them.
Yeah, two of them.
Two of them.
I don't know if
like
they
Brays.
are, but they look like them.
They went over. They got themselves some porridge out of the big pot, brought it over, set it at the table, and started eating. And I think Norjor got some porridge, right? And okay, so you guys are all sitting around the table now, and Savala, your mom, who is sitting next to you, goes, "Okay, Rahly. If you can tell, I didn't watch the movie. I still can't do a goddamn Rennie accent, so we ain't going that route." Okay. Yeah. Sugar. All right. Hun, son of
Everyone calls everyone sugar.
It's a Greyhawk thing.
It is. It is totally a Greyhawk thing. You know, when you go west and you go into Niron, they call you brown sugar. So, all right. So, where have you been? What has happened? Why did you just run away and leave me? You know how upset it makes me that you become a Savala. She likes you procrastinating and pushing.
Right now, Wyndon's doing the equivalent of eating popcorn, but with breakfast food.
Right.
And it's just like,
Mom, I'm back. I'm here. I'm healthy. I've lived. I've seen the world. I had to get out, and stretch my legs.
All right. Who speaks halfling at this table?
let's see. I know I don't.
Me.
Excellent.
Or does not.
Okay, so the two dudes with the huge wild mutton chops and whatnot sitting they're on the opposite side of the table of Phil and Wyndon. They're like sitting there eating and they're watching everything and like okay, just so you know, that's going on a lot. And while this is all going on, they're like pointing at guys, they'll point at Norjor, they'll point at Wyndon, and they'll point at Rahly, and then they'll make some rude hand gestures, and then they'll laugh. They're very elementary or sophomoric, I should say, not elementary, in how they're acting like teenagers. Okay, and you can't understand a damn thing they're saying. Okay, anyway, you were saying to your mom. Go ahead, Rahly.
So if Rahly notices any of this, he just leans in and kind of whispers. He's like, "Are they with you?"
You don't see me for 10 years, and you're worried about my health?
I thought it was 12.
12 years!
13 if we're keeping count.
13 years, and you're worried about my health?
It's normal for people to move away, Mom. I'm back.
No, it's not normal for people to disappear and move away.
I said goodbye.
Mm-hmm. It was.
I didn't say for how long, but I said goodbye.
Yes, like you always do in the morning when you're leaving out the door. Goodbye, Mom. And then that was it.
You know what? You always do this.
I
all right?
always do what?
You didn't even like my coat.
No.
I'm so proud of
I'm
this
gonna turn
coat.
to
You
Nordger.
just
Just like
this is
for
so
you.
That coat
I thought this
is
human
terrible.
thing.
Probably, yeah.
I'm here because I need your help. All right, but first I need to know: are those guys Bray?
Well, of course they're Bray. And at that, they both look at her and they go, and they like take out daggers, look at you guys real hard, and stick them in the table. And then for a
'Cause
second,
I'm
they're
not
just watching
feeling
you, and
real
then they
safe
start
right
laughing.
now.
What? What are you talking about?
Well,
She grabs you and pulls you.
are they cool? Are they going to be
She
cool?
grabs you, pulls you real close, and like whispers in your ear, and is like, "Tell me you didn't fuck up something with the Braves. Did you do something that they should be upset about? Is that what you're trying to tell me right now? Because please don't tell me that right now, because I really don't need that kind of trouble right now. And Rahly, you always bring trouble to the table. You know how you are. I still love you. Don't get me wrong. You're still my son. You'll always be my son. But don't start acting like your father, especially right now."
Mom, you know me.
Yes,
Of course
that's why
I
I'm
did.
saying the things I'm saying
Of
to
course
you.
I did. But first, that's not important right now. I need a favor.
You
I need
need a
some
favor.
dirty ears, some ears to the ground. You know what I mean? I need to know about Aris.
Oh. And she
I
like
need to know
she
who its
props
roses are.
she props up really quick and like dusts herself off and goes, "Well, if it's gonna be that way, son, we can exchange pleasantries.
Of course.
You help your dear old mother, and your dear old mother will help you."
He plops a little bag of gold on the table, and he goes, "I would have wrapped it, but
She grabs it, puts it into the folds of her gypsy. She's got like a gypsy dress, but she also has like a sash sort of thing going on. It's gone like that.
it's 30 gold pieces, by the way."
Okay.
And so he goes, "Yeah. So I need to know about Aris. I need to know who his roses are, who his thorns are. You know what I mean? Who has his ear? Who's causing him problems? What does he need? And also,
Okay.
what can you tell me about the Brays? Quietly."
Okay, I assume you're trying to do that nonchalantly, so the two Brays at the table when you don't.
Well,
hear
how close are they?
you
Are
guys
they,
are at a
next
picnic table together.
Oh, I thought they were over at another table. Never mind.
No,
Never
they're
mind.
sitting at the table with you guys.
Oh, all right, my mistake. So, yeah, we'll scratch that.
Remember what happened? No, so, okay, when your mom first came in, she came in, there was like a group of guys with her. There's like 5 dudes, kind of look like, regular scum of the earth kind of stuff. Guys that you can see panhandling or whatnot. Not that those people are scum of the earth, but these guys, because they live in Rook Star. So it was these kind of guys that were with her. They all came over to the table with her and were like making to sit down and make comfortable. And the Braves chased them all off.
Okay.
And then they sat down at the table with you guys after they got their porridge. Now, those 5 guys who came in with her, they're in the Stomping Roach in the big common room, along with everybody else who's watching.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So never
but
mind. They're at the table.
But the Braves are at the table with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll scratch that. But
Okay.
yeah, I need to know about Aris.
Well, seems to me, dear, that you have come to the right place. And
I
it
knew I had.
seems
It's so good to see you, Mom.
It seems to me as well that my faith in the gods has been delivered yet again. If only you had less of your father in you, you would truly have been a great partner. We could have totally built some things. You see, son, and she like leans in really close to you in kind of the affectionate way, but there's always been something about your mom. Okay. Your mom being knocked down, drag him out, gorgeous kind of lady. She is kind of off kilter a little bit. She's very an unpredictable kind of woman, but your mom's got a temper. Okay. And it comes out from time to time. She was never abusive to you, but she could definitely be neglectful in a spiteful way.
Sure.
Like if you weren't doing what she wanted to do she would be that way towards you. But you know, it's that vinegar and honey sort of thing. And
Right.
a little of that comes out when she like leans into you and she goes, "Honey, I work for RS." Unfortunately, right now I wouldn't say things are bad, but I need you to do something for me, which will ensure that, you know, you can get all and everything you need to know about ours. You could come to work with us. You could be
Of
part
course.
of the new machine. Now, of course, eventually that means we're going to have to kill your father, but you don't mind that, do you?
It's, you know, we'll cross that bridge when the time comes. But I'm always happy to help, Mom. My compatriots, I can't speak for them. You know, they're not family.
Yeah.
But anything you need.
While all this is going on, what is Norjor and Wyndon doing? I mean,
I'm mostly just listening to this and trying to not catch the attention too much of the Brays at the table.
oh, they're fully there is no not catching their attention.
Well, I know, but I'm still as much as
they're
I can
right on
minimize
you
it.
guys.
Yeah.
You can tell that
I'm
there's
not-
a bunch of like rude and crude jokes going back and forth
Sure,
between
I'm
the two.
ignoring
about
that
you guys.
completely.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm just listening to what Rahly and his mom are talking about, and trying to reorganize the map of my criminal org chart for Rooker's and trying to slot people in where I think they're going and stuff like that. So.
Okay. And what about Norjor? What's Norjor doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's just listening too. He's pretty interested in this because this is probably one of the first instances of him like seeing family interactions.
True.
And
family.
The
not
other
trying to
family
kill each
interactions. Yeah, the other family interactions that he's seen so far is like the Rahly Silverwolf interaction, which wasn't really.
Yeah, it's pretty anticlimactic.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, we're family," and then they were like, "Oh, well, it doesn't really matter." So
yeah,
I don't know if I don't know if it was so much doesn't matter as in I don't want to fucking be related to this guy.
You should be so lucky,
right? Well, wait, he is.
Is Rahly's mom human or elf? I can't remember which side is which.
She's human.
Sorry.
She's human.
Okay.
She's full,
so his
she's
so
a
his
she's a
dad is
gypsy.
elf.
Okay, the Renee are a gypsy.
Okay.
They're gypsies. They're there's two types of them. There's the boat people. They take they live on barges in the Neardiv and like go all around and whatnot. And then there's the more traditional wagon gypsy type.
Which she is part of. That's her group, or she's the boat.
Ask her.
Oh. Okay, sorry, but she is human.
There's not like one has like a road map on one side of his
No,
face, the other has like.
Basically, though, she is human, and therefore Rahly's dad is elf. Is what
you would
The
assume.
Natives are a notorious, you might say.
I'm sure I would know of them.
Notorious is a good word.
So okay.
Infamous.
There you go. I knew there was a better word.
The
They're not just
natives.
famous; they're infamous.
Right. Thank you for going down that road, sir.
Got it.
So yeah, I'm gonna just let them talk to each other until they actually open up the conversation back to us. So.
Okay, so at this point, Raleigh's mom kind of like pushes him on the chest and like she puts a hand on his back and like pushes him backwards so she can look around him to talk to you guys because you guys are like sitting further down the table, and she goes, "Now, if you gentlemen are friends with my son, I can guarantee you if you want to come work for us with what we're trying to pull off here, when we pull this off, Aris will be indebted to you, and it will be a great service to the new, marshal and ruler of Rookroos."
I want to insight this. I know her. Is she just working her own end, or
wait. You don't have to incite shit. It's your mom.
Okay.
She is working an angle that's all about her.
I know obviously she's working an angle, but is there any shred of truth to this, or is
Okay.
she? You know what I mean?
Okay, go ahead. Give me an insight. Let me.
All right.
We might be on a delay.
With advantage, of course.
Of course, it's with advantage because it's your mother. And yes, she is there's a lot of truth to what's being said.
Okay.
Now, quick backstory part about your mom. Okay, your mom has always been. She's been like a professional groupie to an extent. Okay, she's always fluttered around people of power and tried to make herself invaluable to people of power. She's played heavily upon her Renee background and the skills that she learned as. Because they're basically Renee, not all of them, but let's put it this way: if half of everybody who's Renee is a con man, pretty much as far as everybody else is concerned, they're all con men, right? So she is one of those stereotypical Renee. Okay, she's a charlatan, a swindler, whole 9 yards. Okay,
those are my people, man.
yeah, complete opposite of your dad, right? So
Right.
she's always been working an angle. The thing of it is she's not very good at it most of the time. Okay, so she usually finds herself in bad positions, and she usually finds out she's usually relying more and more upon her feminine wiles to help smooth over those buffers and stuff. Okay, so basically your mom is always in those circles, but she's always fucking it up. You know, it's like there's always one thing better. There's always one thing down the road. You know, she'll be with the head of the blacksmiths guild or some shit like that, and then she's at a party, and then there's the head of the wine merchants guild or some kind of bullshit like that, and she's flirting the hell out with that guy and fucks it up with the blacksmith guy, and then goes, you know, there's always something better. That's your mom in a nutshell. Okay.
All right. So what's the job, Mom?
Oh, you'll love it. Super, super, super easy. There's a.
I swear to God, if it's in the sewers.
Fuck you! You guys are going in the sewers.
No deal.
No, okay. So basically, she leans in real close, and she takes your finger and she like beckons Norjor and Wyndon to come in close, so she doesn't have to speak really loud. There's a wizard by the name of Fencer. Now he's in tight with the outfit, and he's working on something that some kind of special deal that for one reason or another Ars doesn't want to have happen. Now it's been kind of hard to pin this guy down and take him out, but if you guys could go and do the deed for me, I can make sure that Ars knows specifically it was you guys that did it. And I'll even introduce you. Get you in good with them. I'll even tell them that you're my son.
You don't know what he's up to. That's all. Come on. You need to know all the details.
Shh, don't be so loud. You're just like your father. He's a wizard. What else do you need to know? You don't need to know what he's into, what he's doing. He works for the outfit. You know I mean, come on. You know? And for the record, your mom wanted to be like, back when the guild was in town and in control, she wanted 100% to be high-level guild and kept fucking it up, could never be in it. She was never actually in the guild. But she kept trying and trying and trying. Now your dad, different story. So, all right. We're going to cut. We're going to go back to... All right. Let me go back to that. It's going to take a moment, so please bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go back to the Green Egg. Okay. So over at the Green Egg, Silver Wolf, you're sitting at the podium. Oh, wait. Before I go to that part of it, Three Toes, you're upstairs. You go through the window, and you're in that storage room.
Yes.
You let yourself out into there's a hallway, and the hallway it goes to your right, to your left, and then makes 90-degree angles, keeps going. There's a big set of double doors ahead of you. It's real quiet up here. You can hear people downstairs, but you're not really hearing so much up here.
Okay. I'm not spending a lot of time, to investigate up here.
Okay, so I can give you the quick version of it. Basically, what you come to find is that the upstairs of the Green Egg has essentially larger rooms for, there's a banquet hall. There's a bigger room up here, and there's other side rooms for like having larger private dinners. Is essentially all pretty much that the upstairs is. There's a couple of storage rooms, and then there's one set of stairs that lead down into the common area, and when you go over to the I don't know if you guys can see it yet, the map of. Oh, I didn't change it, did I? Let me change it back.
And the screen on Roll20 is still black.
Yeah, it's just rolling.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's just rolling on a delay. So, okay, so all right, so you guys can see the Green Egg again?
Yep.
Okay, so there it is. So essentially you make it, and there's a stairs that you get to the top of the stairs. You can see goes down into the to the common room down there. So you're at the top of those stairs. Yep, there you go. Okay, so what's the general idea or plan that you have right there?
I'm just going to watch and see what Silverwolf is doing. If it looks like he's going to be in trouble, I will, of course, assist. Otherwise, I'm going to walk down and have a little speech I'm going to announce my presence with. But...
Okay. Just let me know. Let me know when you start walking down to do it. Okay. Are you going to do that now, or are you going to wait until after Silverwolf?
No. I'm waiting to see what he's up to.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. So, Miss Purdy in pink that greeted you at the door, man, she goes over and she starts talking to Smokey Kaz, and when she points over towards you, he looks over and he seems actually quite surprised. You don't know if he's surprised that he didn't notice you, or he's surprised that this isn't the fucker that I sent to come in. Anyway, so he says some things at her, and then he smiles. It's a genuine smile, and he waves over for you to come and whatnot. And then you see her lean in, and you can almost read her lips saying, "Yeah, but he fucking stinks." And he kind of pushes her away and says something. And so she comes back, and I'm assuming she passes you.
Yeah, I just pass her.
Okay, as she passes you and goes, "If you want, I can bring over a basin and a washcloth and some perfume if you would like."
No bother, thanks. I'm fine.
Okay, so then she goes back over and whatnot. So you come over towards the table there, and then as you get closer to the table, you start seeing the look on the person in the green robes and whatnot comes better into view. Mm-hmm. It is like a deathly thin guy, okay, with that shock white of hair that's coming out. Big hook nose and a big pointy jaw, and he is there is almost a full spread on this table of breakfast stuff, and he's just shoving it and shoving it and shoving it in his mouth. And he's dirty, and it's sloppy, and it's kind of you ever seen really, really old people eat oatmeal?
Yeah.
There you go, buddy. Okay, now Kaz, on the other hand, he's all "Hey, Silverwolf, come on, sit down. You want some breakfast or something?"
Sure, I wouldn't mind a bite. I sit down, I turn to his friend, and I say, "I think you've got a tapeworm."
He goes. He looks at you puzzled, and because he keeps stuffing the food in, and you can't understand a damn thing he says as he does it. So, and then he says this little couple things, and then just whatever. And he goes back to eating.
Yeah. So I turn to Smokey Kaz, and I say, "Wow, you've somehow keep worse company than you did before." But,
the whole reason Pete's here is because. Frankly, after what happened, and I knew that you guys were in town, I needed to make sure I had some muscle around in case things went south.
That's your muscle?
Yeah, got no idea, bruh. Just
yeah,
put it out of your head.
For everybody, I think.
Just put it. No, you don't look it, but that's the reason why he's so good, I guess. I don't know. Just don't worry about it. You don't ever want to meet this guy, ever, anywhere, dark alley or not. This guy's not for you. Trust me. But I know that's not going to intimidate a guy like you. I mean, you seem too sober right now. You want something to drink?
I'll take what you got, sure.
He clicks his fingers, and then as he clicks his fingers, This guy here, you're like, comes over and he like, I want you to bring a full another spread of stuff to eat. Whatever my friend here doesn't have, of course, Pete will eat, and bring out three bottles of your best shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Give it 2 bottles of the best shit and then a bottle of real hard shit. You understand what I'm saying? And so, like, at that point, this guy here, it's a waiter. He's like, yes, sir, of course. And then he turns, and as he starts walking away, Smokey Kaz leans over and he smacks him on the ass. Bam! He's like, that's right, you're going to go get my shit.
All right.
Okay, so he goes away, and then he turns back and says, you'll be back in a minute. So, obviously, Wyndon opened his mouth like I thought he would. So, what's up?
Well,
Where's Three Toes?
Haven't seen him in a while.
No,
but
let's cut that shit out right now. We both know that's not the truth. So let's just break down the bear stacks here. Are you going to give him up or not? I want to
tell you what. You answer some questions for me. I'll see what I can do for you. How does that sound?
Yeah, fair enough. Why not? Go ahead, shoot.
So the other night, didn't get to talk to you before you ran away.
Whoa, come on now. You could be rude like that? You
know what I mean. No,
you
no
come into my
offense
favorite place. I sit down. I got stuff coming for you to eat and drink, and the first thing you do is insult me. All right.
No offense intended. I come in peace.
Obviously. All right, go ahead. Keep it up.
So your buddy Mathers mentioned something about his soul, then went a little crazy right before I kicked him in the face.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So now you were locked up in the same place I was with, and I don't have my notes with me here in Dallas. What was that guy's name?
Tobold Gurner.
Tobold Gurner, thank you. I say, we thought you guys escaped, but I'm starting to think that there's more to the story. What happened when you left Gurner's place? Did he get you?
What do you mean, did he get us? If he got us, we would have been there. I don't understand. No, we got out of there. We checked out, man. We didn't go with the mob. We kind of slept off the, we're professionals.
What happened to Mather's soul?
What happened to Mather's soul? Same thing happened to your soul.
What happened to yours?
Same thing happened to your soul. And then after we get done with this silly about a questioning that's going on, and then we get into the whole thing about Three Toes, after that, I've got some definitely good information that I can give you about that.
Huh.
Continue. There's more questions, I'm hoping. Because if not, I'm hoping you're going to bring Three Toes in any second.
I've got them. I've got a couple more.
All right, go ahead, shoot.
Where's the rest of your group?
What do you mean the rest of my group? You talking about the outfit?
Well, no. I have a question about them in a moment, and I think a deal maybe we could work out.
All right.
But weren't you and Mathers to put together with a group at Gurner's house?
No. I don't know.
So what did they do? They just took your soul and then kicked you out? What happened?
No, weren't you there? Weren't you when that one stupid fuck went around and opened up all the cages and let everybody go?
Yeah.
Well, we left.
How did you lose your soul?
And your souls were gone before that happened.
Yeah, our souls were gone when we woke up.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And what happened is to just do a brief recap. So you guys were all in those. There was a bunch of jail cells that had all these guys in it.
Yep.
Tobold Gurner came in and gave his speech. Blah, blah, blah. Work for me. Do what I want. Blah, blah, blah. Left, right? That night, one of the dudes in one of the cages opened it. Got it opened. And then he went around and he opened all of the cages. And like 3/4 of everybody that was locked up left. And amongst those people who left was Smokey Kaz and Mathers.
Right.
The people who were left behind included yourselves, and then the people who eventually made up, as you guys called them, the B team.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Got it.
So there you go.
So I then say, how interested are you in getting your soul back?
Oh, super interested. That's the part I think is going to interest you the most when you get done with your questions.
Well, it might be. And I say, so I'm just going to lay this out on the table right now.
Go ahead. Lay it out. Pete lets out a huge belch at this time. Speckles of food fly out of his mouth onto the table. And then the waiter comes back and brings you over the 3 bottles, sets them in front of you, opens one of them, pours out a glass of wine, opens the other one, pours a glass of the hard shit, puts a plate in front of you. It's got like traditional breakfast food stuff. I won't go into it, but let's just say there's eggs and sausage and bacon and that sort of jazz.
All right. Yeah. So when he does that, I take the wine, down it, take the hard stuff down it, and then grab the bottle and hold it.
Okay.
And then just take sips as we continue our conversation. I say, look, you're not going to kill Three Toes.
Who said anything about killing Three Toes?
So what do you want with them?
Have you met Three Toes?
I have. Which is why I naturally assumed you wanted to kill him.
He's really good at doing one thing. Killing people. So, I will allow you to take that information in and think about what I might want Three Toes for.
All right. I look toward the top of the stairs and whistle.
All right. I make a just kind of like up here, just kind of ooze out of the shadow a little bit. I'm holding my longbow with an arrow cocked, pointed straight down at Smokey down there.
Okay.
And I announce quite loudly, right now I could kill you. It would be easy. It might even be merciful. But I am not merciful. And then I put my bow and arrow away and proceed down the stairs, knowing I'm making this huge spectacle, which is totally unusual for me and a little bit uncomfortable. As everyone's looking at me, and I
think we're all
run and hide. But I mean, I'm really uncomfortable with all these people looking at me and actually noticing me. But I'm trying my best to be nonchalant about that. And I come down the stairs and walk slowly over until I'm finally standing right beside Pete here and kind of drop my hand down on his shoulder in a very friendly gesture and say, so what do you want?
And Pete looks up at you, looks over at Smokey Kaz.
God damn it, man. Stop talking with your mouth full.
That's exactly what he's doing. And Kaz goes, easy, Pete. If he attacks me, remember what we said, you know? Don't kill people until they try to kill me. That's a simple rule. Just remember that. And you can tell he stops and he thinks about it for a second, shrugs his shoulder, and then he just goes back to eating. Okay. And Kaz goes, come on, Toes, man, sit down. We got business to talk about. You ain't got to worry about nothing in here. This is an outfit place. Now, most of the people in here...
I was afraid of that.
...look like your regular schmoes. But like this guy back here and this guy back here at that table, you can pretty much tell that those are outfit boys. Like this smattering, these guys over at this table and then this guy over at this table, these guys over here. Those are like regular people, look like some merchants or what have you. But, yeah. So, come on, sit down, Toes. Sit down. Let's talk. Let's talk some business. Let's talk. I'll get you something to eat. You want something to drink? Don't worry about it.
I'll step to this side of my buddy Pete here and drop my hand on that shoulder and say, no, I'd rather stand here right with my good friend right here. We go way back, I'm sure. So what do you need?
Yeah. Uh-oh. That sounded like something. What was that? You're supposed to be paying attention. Adam, what was that? I don't
know. What happened?
Look at Twitch.
What happened?
We got somebody did something on Twitch.
Oh, hold on. There it is. Dick Champion just followed us. It didn't show up on here. It showed up on yours first.
Yeah, well, I'm strictly watching out of the.
Yeah. So
yeah.
thank you, Dick Champion, and love your name. And if you're going to be a champion of something, a champion of dicks is the way to go.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that, but I'll apologize for Adam right now.
That's
100% correct.
Yeah, but hey, welcome,
Thanks
Mr.
for following.
Welcome, Mr. Champion, and thank you for following. Okay, so all right, let's see here. So, repeat again what you just told Kaz. Besides, you stood on the other side of. You said you were going to stand, and that was it.
I just dropped my hand on the Pete's other shoulder there and said, I'm going to stand right here with my good friend Pete. I'm sure we go way back, even though I probably never met him before. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to stand right here and go ahead and tell me what it is you want to know.
Fine. Well,
standard contract prices will apply.
I'm going to offer you something so much more. Three Toes, really. So, look, man, you were in the same place we were at. I mean, with Mr. Silver over here, and I think I know a way that we can get our souls back. But
I wouldn't want that.
Well, let's hear him out.
Well, first and foremost, I think both of you saw kind of how Mathers went all kind of marionette on us the other night, right? You saw that, right? Well, guess what could probably happen to you guys too, right?
And you.
And me. I just happen to be a little bit more strong in the fortitude mentally to keep that from happening. Not saying
anything about me.
Not saying that you boys can't. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? So, basically, it's like this, Three Toes. The outfit's got a lot of stuff, a lot of contracts, normal prices that buy. Yeah, that's all cool. One of two things. You can either work straight for me, or you work for me a little bit, and I'll get you in the outfit. Your choice. I don't really care. I just want to put you to good use while you're here in Rookers. I mean, you and your boys. We'll do that. I've got a job set up right now. Totally need to do. I mean, and it'll put you in good with the outfit if you pull it.
So let me ask you a question, Smokey.
Sure.
How high up the food chain are you?
Well, that's a rather personal question, isn't it?
All right, let me rephrase. How high up would you like to be?
Oh, and you can make that happen, huh? Okay.
Well,
I'm pretty high up there. Let's put it this way. In the great ocean that is Rook Roost and the outfit, I have to worry a lot less about the fish that'll eat me, and a lot more fish have to worry about me eating them. Well, let's just put it that way.
That's fair, and good to hear.
Yeah. Okay.
But what do you all at the outfit, what do you worry about?
He looks in, leans down, gets on his shoulders, looks at Three Toes, smiles, looks back at you, and he goes, if you've been here for a little bit, you already know what we're worried about, and we're working towards getting that taken care of. Now, you boys can help us out with that. I got a job. Do the job. You really go to a lot of ends to help and make that happen. That's all I'm saying.
What's the
I've
job?
heard a lot of talk, but I haven't heard about this job yet.
Simple. You'll love it. Go into a place, grab a book, bring it back to me. Just that simple. And, of course, don't let anybody see you. Don't let anybody follow you. Don't let anybody know you did it. Just that simple. You could do that, right? I mean, come on, guy, if you're a caliber toes, man, you got this covered.
I'm not a common thief.
No.
You'll want a member of the hand for that. There's a few floating around. I've seen them.
Yeah, but they're outfit boys now. I mean, they work for us. But see, here's the thing. I really want.
They're
to put
still
you
common thieves.
I really want a guys like you to pull it off for me. Somebody who's not connected. Somebody nobody's really gonna know. That's the real appeal to you guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. You've got your abilities and all that, and I'm good with that. And I really want to put those abilities to good use. But let me ask you this. Does it make a difference if there might be people there you have to kill to get the book?
Who are the people?
they belong to a certain organization that really just doesn't work well with the outfit anymore.
And
Well, there you go. That's all you need.
I think my companion here needs a bit more than that.
All right.
For myself, I can release you now, and I will know that you'll be happier. But my companion here needs to know why someone's being released for some reason.
He chuckles and he goes, "You know what? You know, Toes, I might be a little bit afraid or even slightly apprehensive about a threat from you like that, even though it's not really a threat. But Pete's standing there. I'm sitting there eating, so I'm not really worried about that. But I'll tell you
Pete's
guys
this. My buddy. We've been we're quite well acquainted by now. He's a good friend of mine, aren't you, Pete?" I kind of pat him on the shoulder again there, and
he actually looks over at you, smiles. Food falls out of his mouth. He's like, then he just talks back to Smokey Kaz, and then that's when Kaz goes, "I got 5,000 gold to do it."
Man, if only Wyndon was there.
I know, right? Uh-oh, somebody else joined. Take a look at him. Hello, and thank you. He's taking a look at the name. I'm not looking at the screen right yet. All right.
I'll let you know
5,000 gold is just money.
Yeah.
I'm not real interested in money, but my companions seem to want that too, I guess. So
welcome, G3133M, and thanks for following.
I'm just going to call you G. Hey, G, thanks for joining and thanks for watching. All right. Kaz looks.
I said, look, look, we'll take the money.
Kaz holds his hand up to you to just be silent. He looks at you, Three Toes, straight in the eye, and he goes, "It will help you get back at those fuckers that have been messing around with Neural."
Now I'm listening. And how do you know about that?
I mean, how do I not know about that? I live in Rook Roost. Freaking IUs come down and he's fucking butt fucking anybody who's a Neural.
How do you know I would care?
Well, I mean, everybody kind of knew. I mean, you know, and you know, and you know, you know? I mean, you worship death, for crying out loud, dude. I mean, everybody knows that. That's like probably the most known secret in all of Rook Roost.
Well, hey, you also seem to know a lot about Wyndon when you saw him last night.
Yeah, I know about him. Deadeye, that's what they used to call him.
Where are you getting your information?
Well, I'm getting it from Merc. Who do you think? Anyway,
again,
if only Wyndon was here.
I know, group, right? Well, you're the guys who split the party, not me. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to keep this cohesive and together. That's all I'm doing.
That's cool.
All right.
All right, Lon. Give me the details of this book stealing job, I guess.
Tell you
I'm
what.
not real interested in getting in well with the organization, as you apparently know. My employers have a habit of falling over dead, so you probably don't want to become one of them.
Man, well, if you want to be strictly a contract, I'm good with that. Hey, no offense, Silver. I just want to really talk to my man Toes here. Just if you could just, I got your booze. Just drink, okay? So all right, man. So what I'll do is I'll get through all the details, and you can either tell me where to drop it, or you can just come back here and pick up a little envelope, have everything you need. Totally up to you. You go discuss it with your other boys, because no offense, Toes, I know you're a badass and all that, but you're probably going to need your boys to help you out with it, too. And we could just work this as a pro quote, you know, but you know, you work for me, you do a job, I pay you sort of thing. You know what I mean? We're going to do that. Cool. Sound good?
I guess they need money. So we can
everybody needs money,
and then we'll commit.
All right, tell you what. You want me to drop it off, or you want to come pick it up? You tell me.
Yeah, you find that witch's house, and you can leave it there.
That
it should be fine.
The what? The whose
Whatever
house?
her name is.
Why don't we'll come pick it up?
He looks at you and he goes, "What witch?" And he looks right at you, Silverwolf. He turns away from Three Toes and goes, "What? A witch? What witch? What's he talking about?"
I don't know. I don't know anybody in this goddamn city. We'll come pick it up.
He looks back at you, Three Toes, and goes, "A witch? What witch?"
There's no
witches
witch.
all over.
We'll come
Witches
pick it
and
up.
wizards, and heck, our buddy Pete here is probably a wizard. I don't know.
Okay.
They're all over the place.
All right, tell you what. Come here. I don't know. I'll give you boys a time to get your shit together. Just come back and sit around 5, right? Go ask Sally up at the front. She'll have it ready for you. If Sally's not here, whoever's at the front, they'll have it. Okay? Sound good? All right. Hey, Pete. Stop eating. Come on. We got things to do.
I take the closed bottle and I put it in my pack.
Oh, and when he sees you doing that, he looks back and he goes, "Hey, get a couple of more bottles for Mr. Walking, this drunk dude." And so then he's got bottles to take with him. And he looks at you and he winks and he goes, "Don't worry about it, man. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, you know?" Okay, so then after that, Smokey Kaz gets up and he starts walking out the front. Now, when Pete gets up, there's like popping of bones and like creaking and stuff. And he didn't look as tall as he is, but as he gets up, this guy's like 7 foot tall almost.
Wow.
His arms are deceptively long, and it seemed like he was kind of like all immersed within himself as he was eating. And he kind of like lopes with this gait. And it's like he is tall and skinny as hell. And he just follows Smokey Kaz, and they go out the front.
Before he leaves, though, I grab his hand and shake it and kind of clasp him real on the arm and like, really good to see you again. I really missed our long talks and our friendship that we once had, and then send him on his way.
Okay.
Hopefully confused.
When you do that, actually, Kaz kind of leans in a little bit closer, and he goes, "You know what, Toes? You killed some people. Those people didn't mean nothing to me. The master, yeah, he was my gig at the time, but you know what? I was mad. I was real mad at the time, but, you know, I gave that shit up. Let it go. I'm in a better place now. I'm with the outfit. You know, the past is the past. Me and you, buddy, we can do some business now. You know what I mean? Take it easy." And he didn't seem like affected at all. You know? It's like, but this is Kaz. This is how you remember him. You know, if there's one guy that lives by the theory of the duck, just let it roll off your back and just keep it moving, that's him. You know what I mean? So, okay. And then they head out. Now, before we cut and then go back over to the Stomping Roach and tie things up there, we're going to take a short break. And be right back here. Let me get to the... Oh, gosh, this is where things are so confusing for me, Adam. All right. Okay,
Switch it to intermission.
It says break. That's what I'm going
Break.
with. Yeah.
Switch it to break, and then mute everything except for media.
That's exactly what I'm doing. Okay. Hey, everybody, we're going to take a short break. Go ahead and get yourself something else to drink. Get re-comfortable, grab some popcorn, what have you. We're going to see what these bums are going to do next and see if they're going to actually formulate a plan and see what happens. We'll see you in just a little bit. And thanks a lot for watching, as always.
All right. See you in a bit.
Sound thing down. All right. Okay, everybody, trust me. I suck at this. And Adam... Oh, fuck, I pointed the wrong way. There he is over there. Okay, Adam is the producer, not me. I'm the DM. He's just out of town right now, so I got to wear 2 hats. If you want to see how bad I can really do, watch the last episode. You'll really see how bad I can fuck shit up.
Things are going smooth.
Hey, dude, stop. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Okay.
It could not be worse.
Thank you. I appreciate that more. Okay, so we're done over at the Green Egg. Transition back over to the Stomping Roach. So, okay, we got Wyndon Norjor. You're sitting with Rahly and his mom at the table. You got a couple of brays across the table from you. You guys are all eating this surprisingly delicious porridge. Thanks there, Rahly. And... basically, your mom just kind of propositioned you guys. So, I mean, what are you saying, man?
Propositioned you.
I know, right?
As it were.
My mom, man.
I know. This is no bueno.
I mean, I'll take care of this for you, Mom. Who is he? What? Like I need some information. Where do I find him? Tweet me the deets.
What?
God.
What?
That's not a thing. Tell me the details. But like,
is this what happens when you leave? You leave for 10 years, 12 years, 13 years. You don't see me.
13 years. I know.
But you know what will go a long ways, my son, to making up for that? Doing this little thing for your mother.
Of course.
If I could interject, sorry.
Yes.
I'm all great for, making things right for families and all great. But and the problem is I understand you're offering so what I want. Clout, social or political capital with the groups that we're talking about, but are you offering anything a bit more directly tangible, preferably that clinks and is yellowish in color?
I see what you're saying.
He does magic, and he is really smart, but he's also really expensive.
All right. She leans in close again. Now, normally, I don't pay out this kind of money. But if you whack this guy out, not only will you get an in with Aris, the marshal, the head of Rook Roost, the appointed overseer of Ayus, I will make sure you get 500 gold.
Ma.
What?
I said expensive.
That's why I offered him 500.
I know that you're still playing these Rook Roost games, but I left, Mom. I'm big time now. 500. Like I'll do it for free, but these are real players. I'm not rolling with your fucking panhandlers.
Panhandlers, and then you see like the other guys, because obviously
immediately afterwards he's like, I don't mean you. Because
here's the thing that you guys have to understand, and thank you, Jairus, for playing Rahly so beautifully, because this is how it works. Because Rahly doesn't control his voice ever. Okay, so like she's whispering and whatnot, and then all the responses from Rahly are all like at regular level, and so the guys at the other table get hurt because one of your mom's side rackets has always been the training and dispersing of beggars. She'll like teach them how to like look maimed, all kinds of different bullshit, and that's exactly what those dudes were that she came in with. Okay. Besides the berets. And, she looks at you, Rahly, shakes her head a little bit and go, fine. Most I can do is 800. That's it.
That's a reasonable offer. Isn't this
800 each, right? Is what you meant?
No, 800 altogether. Let's put it this way: 800 now, and then once we get in, you don't understand. This is this is the doorway to the big time. We're gonna get there. We're gonna be somebody. Fuck the guild. I mean the outfit. Whatever. We're gonna be working for the man. We will be the man, and then maybe make some more money. You know what I mean?
It's totally up to them. I'm just saying he usually doesn't get out of bed for less than 1,200. I had to pay him 100 just to come with me here.
And you got smarter when you left.
I got.
Shut up and
I've
kiss
seen
your
the
mother.
world, Mom.
Shut up and kiss your mother.
What's your time frame for this?
Tonight.
This job. How long do we have to? I was gonna say we don't know it. We might need a tiny bit of time to deliberate. We have more in our crew than are here at the moment, and they deserve input as well.
All right, fine. Just go do what you got to do, and then be back here, say around 5.
All right. Well, give us as much detail as you can now, so we can discuss it with the other guy. Where can we find him? What's give me the details.
I'm not gonna give you the details now. You haven't agreed to the deal.
Oh. Do you want them to agree?
Yes.
The more information I can give them, the more likely. Help me out. Help me help you.
I got it.
You,
I got
mother.
it. I got it. She slaps you upside the head. Watch who you're talking to. I'm still your mother. And she gets up and she goes up over behind the bar and like rummages around behind the counter and she like scribbles furiously for like a couple seconds. Then she brings up and she tosses a piece of paper at you and go, there's all your details. Okay?
Thank you. Was that so hard? I love you. It was great to see you.
Totally hard. Usually, I always envision my son, my children, just doing what their loving mother asked of them, but that's okay. I can cry later tonight. That's fine.
Mom, you're going to be so impressed with all the things that I've learned while I was gone. I'm going to kill this guy. So good for you.
Well, hopefully you know how to do that better than dress. Honey, really, we need to go shopping. I only say it because I love you.
That hurts my feelings, all right?
As it should.
I
dress
own
terribly.
2 things, and this is one of them.
Well, then we need to get you 5. Okay, because at least something better than that. Okay.
That hurts, Mom.
I know.
I'm
sorry.
Guilty just now.
Mm-hmm.
Guys,
what's your mom's name again? What's it?
Savala. Savala, Wyndon, Savala. This is Norjor. He's a half frost giant, and he can turn into a dinosaur.
That's an out of character question, but
Norjor will look.
Savala.
Wait, Norjor will what?
No, Norjor will look at Rahly and be like, "You said that already, Rahly."
I was just curious, since Rahly is one of a kind, but does he have any other siblings?
No. And she actually, when she says that, after you asked the question, you could see she actually got pretty sad for a hot second. And then clears her throat and goes, no, Rahly's my only child. He's my loving brother.
I'm the only one she needs, and I'm back now, Mom.
Yes, but for how long?
I'll be here for at least a week. At least. Maybe more. Probably more.
Okay, after you do this job for me, we have to visit for a while. And you're not going to go see your father, are you?
No. God, no. Why? Like, I haven't seen him. I don't know anything. I came to see you. I'm so happy to see you.
Promise me.
Of course.
Promise. Pinky swear.
Both pinkies, yeah.
Okay, she's going to pinky swear you. Okay.
Yeah, let's pinky swear.
Okay, go.
The ultimate magical binding.
Mom,
yeah, it is.
You are my mother.
Yeah.
36 hours of labor.
Yeah, yes. I know. You don't have to remind me in a head like this. Now get out of here with your friends and go figure out what you're doing and come back at 5 o'clock.
Seriously, guys, my head hasn't grown at all.
It's lovely to meet you. Thank you. By the way, I'm not conveying it very well, but Wyndon always sounds like he's sarcastic, even when he's not trying to be sarcastic. So it's part of the reason whenever.
That's your 8 charisma, buddy.
Yeah, it's perfect, man. You're right. You're good. You're good. Okay.
All right. So the second they walk outside, he's like, "Let's go get the other guys. We got to talk to my dad."
I figured that was where this is going.
Okay. Well, all right. How are you getting back into Rook Roost?
I don't know. Going to the front gate and we'll figure it out.
All right, go. To be expediently, you can do it the dangerous way, which only will cost two gold. Fuck you. You will go into the sewers, and you won't know when you're in the sewers until you're in the sewers. And then I'll be like, bam, you're in the sewers. Okay, there's 2 ways we can do it. We can role play it, and you can try to negotiate it down or whatever, or you can just pay 10 gold.
How about 5? I'll accept no negotiations.
We're going the negotiating route. All right.
All right. What about 8?
4 is sounding more reasonable.
All right. Let's role play it.
No, I'm trying to be expedient. Can we split the difference at 6?
Yeah, we can do 8.
All right, 8 works.
You're just a master negotiator, aren't you, there, Rahly?
Yeah, I'm trying. I don't want to monopolize all the time.
Okay, so you guys...
Is that total or each? Because Norjor
total. Okay. That's total.
All right, I don't have any gold.
And that's an example.
We've gone in this adventure. Norjor has not found any gold throughout this entire expedition so far.
Well, you guys haven't. You guys have not been in any kind of good positions to make any money. You haven't been in good positions to find anything.
Oh, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying Norjor doesn't have any gold right now, so he can't pay any tariffs.
And I know you don't. I've tried picking your pocket several times. Each time it's and twigs and berries and leaves, and I've just given up.
Well, part of it too. Okay, so the reason it's 8 gold was going to originally be 10 down to 8. Okay, that's exuberant because basically what that means is you just bribed your way in. That's
Right.
what that means. It's not you didn't go through the normal process. Is basically what it is, which is the safest route because there's always a chance you're going to run into some fuckhole who's going to ask the wrong questions.
Right.
That's all.
Could I spend like 12 gold for some sort of something so the next time I go through this, I don't have to deal with this shit? Like a day, like a pass or something.
Okay.
Stamp
All
your
right,
hand so you
okay.
can come back in later.
All right. Give me an intelligence check. That's actually
That's
no.
adorable.
Wisdom check.
There, it's equally bad.
Okay, and I'll even tell you the difficulty you're trying to hit is 10. Okay, you know
There you
it.
go.
You know for a fact that offering such a thing or asking for such a thing is pointless because the guards rotate. There's no way.
Well, I know. That's why I'm looking for like a
Even-
piece of paper I can show the other
Yeah,
guards.
no, nothing like that works. And you know for a
Um,
fact if you were to ask for something like that, they would go, not a problem. We definitely have something for you. He'd go and
And
find
then
a
when
scrap of paper, scribble something on it, and give it to you. There you go. Thank you for the extra money.
Fair
Not a
enough.
problem. You show it to the next guard. The guard's going to crumple that up, throw it away, and go, give me my money.
Right. All right.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you know how Rook Roost works. It's all good.
I do.
Lovely
Okay, so
place.
where are you going? Where are the three
Back
of you
to
going?
Salus's. It's the only place we know to meet up. I'm hoping the other guys will be there.
Excellent. Salus's. I love Salus's house.
Yeah, we all do.
I thought Rahly was getting rather attached to Salus.
We'll see what she looks like and if she's figured out a voice illusion or not.
Okay. All right. Just made me think of
Raleigh's
something
shallow, man.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so since we're already whoa, that's the wrong one. Did I do that right? No, I put in the right thing. Okay, phew. I thought I showed you guys something that would have been bad if I showed it to you. Okay, so
All of us dead.
you guys make it back to Salus's house, and to expedite things, because I'm all about that. You guys all tend to you guys are both coming down the road at the same time, and you see the other group ahead of you, and the other, you guys are like coming towards that alley that you'll cut in to go in there. So you all get to Salus's apartment door at the same time.
All right.
That's convenient.
I know, right? Okay, so you guys are all at the front door.
So Wyndon will go, well, you're both still alive, so obviously it didn't go terribly.
Oh, he offered Three Toes a job.
Oh. It's been a productive day. We got offered a job as well. Let's go inside and talk.
All right. I'll knock at the door.
Okay, you knock at the door. Have a couple heartbeats later.
All right. I just kick it all the way open, so much quicker. and walk
Yeah,
in.
you kick it open. You're there. You're back at Salus's apartment.
Yeah, I'll sit down at this little chair that I'm sitting at on the screen.
Okay, you go back to the table by the
Oh,
fireplace.
This one, the first player.
Man, what has happened to you in stealth, Three Toes? I mean, you've just been sucking wind lately, man.
I know it. I burned up a bad one though there. So.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. Yeah. So you think you're doing pretty stealthy, but at the same time you're kind of feeling kind of awkward because you know that Salus has got like all kinds of magic that she uses in this place, and surprisingly you don't see her. She's not here.
I just turn to him and say, "Jesus, quiet down, Three Toes. We need to discuss this."
So you're gonna sit at the AA meeting circle? Is that where you're gonna go?
Yeah, this way we can all.
Yep.
fit.
Okay.
That seems appropriate.
Okay, so you guys can all go sit down at the chairs if you want. Granted, pay no attention to Salus's picture up there. She is not
That's
there.
okay.
I'll set up this chair that's on the table. No.
So we had a rather interesting meeting with Rahly's mother, who seems a interesting woman. What
can
did you
imagine.
guys find out? Did you see Smokey Kaz? Was he there?
He was.
Yes, we ran into Silverwolf's good buddy Pete there, and his good buddy.
Yeah, who is
Smokey.
that? Who is that guy? Did you actually know him, or was that just a ruse?
I've never seen him before ever.
Yeah, he's got a new partner. I didn't think I would like anybody worse than Mathers, but this creepy guy is a little bit worse. But that being said, Smokey Kaz was all smiles and sunshine, and seems to want to utilize Three Toes' unique skills to help him make some money and get us a little bit better acquainted with the outfit. So he offered us $5,000 in gold.
I'm sorry, did you say 5,000 gold pieces?
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried turning it down because we really don't need it. But
I need a new dagger, so I need at least.
He kept offering it, so I finally said we'll discuss it. I know you don't get that much money, or probably want that much money. Maybe you can counter negotiate with like 100 or something.
Are you? That? It's when it's like, okay, what does he want you to do? Like assassinate? Like, what does he want you to do for that gold? That's got to be something
stupid. It's not worth the money. That's why I'm saying we shouldn't take that much. It's not worth the money.
Well, all he wanted was a book.
I'm sorry. Let me back. Rahly's mom wants us to kill a wizard for 800 gold, and you're saying Smokey?
We are not doing that.
Smokey Kaz just wants a book for 5,000 gold.
Yeah.
No, wait. I need to interject just a second, then I'll let you guys get back at it. You mean to tell me you've been gone for 13 years, you come back into town, you're going to break your mom's heart by not killing somebody?
Rahly would never do that. But if you listen to the way he spoke, he is not Rahly.
I know, I'm just being an ass. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, he just wanted a book. What's the problem?
That's not a problem at all. This is, by the way, probably the most excited.
But most importantly, I mean, honestly, I don't even care that much about the money. I could just use a new dagger. But and by the way, I turned to Rahly and Windit because I don't think that it was Norjor. And I said, by the way, I had a bag of 256 gold earlier. Right. I don't even need the 250, but can I at least get my 6 gold back?
Oh,
Windit, use your head. If they want you to take a book for 5,000 gold, it is not from the library. You understand?
Sure.
No, somebody's house. They want us to steal it. Mostly those.
Sure.
They mentioned something about how, if we have to kill people to get it, that might be part of the deal, and something about the something with neural.
Wait, what? Something. Well, okay, that's a little bit more disconcerting, but no, I agree.
That's nothing to worry about.
I'm assuming you are Morgan right now.
Morganarior.
You said please call you Morgan. You're right. Normally, such a high sum for such a seemingly innocuous task would be a red flag. I agree, and I'm sure there's some sort of hidden trap or strings we're not noticing. But if that were even partial, 5,000 gold. Am I the only one here who cares about that? Like,
no, that is a substantial.
Plus, it would also get us in good favor with the outfit, which is what we're looking for, or at least one of the things we're looking for.
I mean, yeah.
So
it seems like, based off of the discussion we had, the outfit against. Man, go ahead, Morgan. Go ahead. When it's still like.
Right. So I'm sure if I gave you a moment or two, Wyndon, you would connect the dots, and my dear friends, Silverwolf and Three Toes, you don't have all the information. But my mother, she wants us to kill a wizard.
Now that sounds like a job that's worth doing.
She wants us to kill a wizard to prevent him from doing something for the outfit that Aris doesn't want done. What do wizards?
That's irrelevant.
What do wizards need?
Well, they like magic. They like power. Usually, they like arcane, esoteric texts or ingredients.
What do you think this book is, Wyndon?
Well, it's probably a spell book if it's a wizard involved in it, or something that can be at least used in a magical capacity. I mean, let's face it. as much as I hate to admit it, magic's probably more powerful than any normal armed forces, or if you have a powerful wizard by side, that's as good as having a legion at your command. Really, I've seen it.
It's very, very true. So, what do we do with this information?
It's a tough call.
Don't forget that Smokey Kaz had mentioned something about your souls.
Oh yeah. He also thought it could help us get our souls
irrelevant.
back. Oh no, well to you maybe, but if this really is a spell book, then I think Smokey Kaz, who also doesn't have a soul, we were right on that assumption. That there may be a way that we could get our souls back with this book and this wizard. And not have to worry about any of this shit anymore.
I imagine Smokey Kaz. I mean, maybe there's a direct link there. My guess would be, I wasn't there, I didn't hear it, but possibly he's meaning it a little bit more abstractly, like we help him, he gains some more power or influence or resources, and then we can use that to.
I mean, that's also possible, but again, if we're.
But
he was also being vague because he didn't tell us what this book was. If Rahly is right,
oh yeah, they've got to be connected. I mean, the city's not that big. There aren't that many heavy movers and shakers around here. It's just funny that we seem to find two agents on the opposite side at the same time.
Well, I mean, I think we kind of knew that was going to be a possibility.
So there was one more piece of information in play as well. I found out my father is in league with the outfit. He's rather high up. My understanding is if he is not Vigrashard's right-hand man, he is close to it.
So we've got to ask ourselves, who do we choose? Because I doubt we're going to be able to pull off playing the two against each other without us getting caught up in the millstone of that conflict. So I don't think we're that savvy, honestly. Sorry. I think we've got to decide, are we going to help the outfit, or are we going to help the group that your mom's with? Are we going to do something else? I don't think we could do both and play it off, personally.
Who's his mom with?
She is with Aris. For the time being, if we're going to seize that thread, we must do it quickly, because she is not half as smart as she thinks she is. Now, I am a simple half-elf from Rook Roost. I was raised in the dirt. But, gentlemen, I have an idea. What Vigrashad wants is the book. He's willing to pay 5,000 gold for it. If we can get it for him, we will be in his esteem. But I believe that with the book and not the wizard, the book is useless. Now, Aris wants the wizard. If we kill the wizard and deliver the book to Vigrashad, we can gain favor with both these gentlemen.
So you're saying
letting them actually accomplish anything.
So you're saying what I was thinking we can't pull off, which is to try to play both sides.
I think we are more than capable. Although I would be inclined, as opposed to killing the wizard, maybe capturing it. Salus, are you around here? Salus, please, appear.
Poof. And there you go. Right next to you, Rahly, is Salus. Now, Salus is looking. She's got that same bodacious look that she had before. And this time, when she talks, her voice is completely different. She leans down really close. She kneels on the ground right next to you, Rahly, and puts one hand on your lap. She goes, "Yes, I'm here now. What can I do for you?"
You know what, Salus? It is an improvement. Thank you for your efforts.
Do you have a cold, or?
I've been practicing with the vocal illusion.
You might want to tweak that a bit. Anyway, sorry.
So,
Did you hear what we were
Salas
talking
seems
about?
to me like a fairly capable magician. Wizard, witch, what is your term of preference? She can do some shit, right?
She stands up and she goes, "Well, I've been known to do some things. I'm sorry."
Salas, your illusion, your vocal illusion.
No, her regular voice is fine.
It hurts when I do it for too long.
Oh, all right. I wouldn't want to cause you any discomfort. Please continue.
She sits down and does her best Sharon Stone crossing her legs impersonation on the chair.
Okay.
Yeah, good times. Good times.
Yep. Yep.
I'm sorry, Morgan. What is it?
Thank you.
Yes. What did you want to know?
Now, Salas, if we were to capture what I can only assume to be a very powerful wizard, do you have the means of holding him? Because I don't think we do.
She stands up, and for a moment, the awkwardness and the unsureness that has been the Salas that you know, the really weird lady, kind of like melts away for a second, and she sleeks over the couple of feet between you two like a supermodel. She takes her hands and runs it through your hair, Morgan, and pulls it around to the back of your neck. And she kind of like grabs your hair at the back, not too hard, and looks down at you in a very deep, husky, feminine voice says, "I can do whatever I want to anyone within these walls."
All right.
Well, those are my
At this point, I expect Norjor is freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, Norjor is backing up, slowly, just staring at her warily. He's like afraid that his friend has fallen for some weird enchantment of sorts now, or something. But he's just up against the wall, not like flat against the wall, but definitely trying to stay as far away from her and Rahly as possible.
You're the guy who's the ride at the party that's ready to go, and the rest of your friends just will not comply. Okay, and just as soon as that happens, that whole super confident, different demeanor on her melts away, and she becomes that really insecure type of woman again, and then goes and sits in the chair. And actually, the illusion or whatever it is that makes her look like the Bridget Bardot. What did I say it was before? It wasn't Bridget Bardot.
Raquel Welch.
Raquel Welch.
Before.
Yeah, it appeared to be like a Raquel Welch clone. Kind of, it fades, and she turns back into that female gnome sitting on the chair again.
So you're saying if we somehow, and again, this is a huge somehow, manage to capture the wizard and bring him here, you could contain him?
Oh, yes.
I don't think I find that very comforting, to be honest.
What if here's an idea. Instead of trying to capture the wizard, what if we lure him here with the book?
Like, we take the book and go, neener, 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 I've got it here, and he comes over here?
Why
Yes.
would we
That's
choose
Almost
to capture him?
exactly. Yes.
While you guys are talking, Salas gets up and she walks over towards the towards the door. She looks up at you, Norjor, as she does so, and then she opens up, because remember, this is her front doors are double doors. So she opens up one side just a little bit, and when she opens up the door, Norjor, you smell something you haven't smelled in a long time. You smell the tangles.
Okay. Like outside.
Yes. As soon as she opens up the door, the smells of the forest, your home, come to your senses.
And what do I see?
You take a look and you look out. You look through the crack in the door. You see your home. Bam! She closes the door. And she looks right in your face and goes, "Don't worry, Norja. I'll make sure you get back. And my home is wherever I wish it to be, gentlemen. Yes. Oh, Rahly, tell me more of your plan."
Norjor is like just barely keeping it together right now. He's about to like lunge at her, but because his party seems to need her and thinks that we have to kind of stick around. So
she was doing something nice for you, man.
That's not nice. That's like waving a piece of that's like waving a carrot in front of someone's face and then like take it away. That's not nice. That's clearly taunting. We're just not enough to notice that. But I mean, if there was like a relationship meter of Silas and Norjor, it would already be at like -100. So it doesn't matter. There's not really anything she can do to make me hate her more.
That's good times right there. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
So the caveat is the wizard is on a quick timeline. We would have to do it within a couple of hours.
Why do we want to capture him?
That's my question.
I feel like if we are trying to, if we kill Vigrashad's wizard, it's burning a bridge. If we capture him and turn him over to Aris, and maybe Aris can use him as a bargaining chip, we want to broker peace, right? And a life is worth something. You extinguish that life, and it has no value.
Well, what is life to a fiend like Aris?
A wizard is an asset. People are assets. You are all my assets. I am your asset.
Nordor would speak up and say, I prefer not kill.
See?
I like
Nordor gets
Rahly's plan.
Yeah, no, I agree. Actually, I just want
to
ask any of you guys here, have any of you fought a real magic user before? Because I've seen them in action, and it's not a walk in the park. Have any of you done that?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Silverwolf, have you fought a magic user, like a full-on casting wizard or sorcerer?
No.
Okay. Three Toes?
Well, a dagger in one's heart once, but it never saw it coming.
Right. Okay. I just want you guys to know I've seen what these people can do, and it is terrifying in a way that I haven't experienced in all of my life living here and elsewhere. Just so you know what we might be getting into if we go up against such a person. I just nodded my head silently when we were with Rahly's mom, just to get out of there. But I don't want to try to kill or even do anything with a wizard. I don't know.
We need practice. We have to kill.
That's true.
Olgurner's soul wizard.
Nordor, once again, you make an excellent point.
He is very wise.
He is.
Can we leave now? But we go kill a wizard. We come back, kill more wizards. Everything be good.
So we're gonna try to get this book secreted away. Get this wizard.
Did they mention the name of this wizard?
Oh yeah. So I at this point I would pull out the piece of paper that Saval had given me, and what does it say?
Basically, the on the paperwork there is a address and a crude drawing of a tower, and it says scribbled at the top, Fencer's Tower.
His name is Spencer, by the way.
Do I have any knowledge of that person? Was this person in Rookrook when I used to be here?
Yes, roll history, both Rahly and well, even Three Toes. You guys are all Rook Roost regulars. Oh, Wyndon, you know who he is. You know who he is, and then to a lesser degree, so does Rahly, and Three Toes doesn't know.
I probably don't care.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it works. Okay, so basically, Fencer is essentially the Make It Man, and that's what he's known on the street as. Okay. Fencer is a wizard that is kind of a alchemist. He's kind of a what do you call those guys that work with?
Like a transmuter. Like a
yeah,
transmutation wizard?
Exactly. What are the guys from Eberron? Oh God, what do they call those guys again? Oh shit, Artificer /
Okay, an artificer.
Yeah, he is. And the reason you know him so much, Rahly, is that he's probably the guy who is the number one competitor of who your old man used to be. Okay, he's a wizard, but he's known for like potions, enchantments, that sort of jazz, which is exactly what your old man was. Okay. Fencer, the only difference between your dad and Fencer is that Fencer's a little bit more reckless, and he would actually work with a lot of the brigand like groups that would go out, and bandit groups that would go out raiding. So he would go out into the field with people.
Okay, I might have even encountered him then at some point.
Actually, you've seen Fencer before from a distance. Okay, because like it wasn't that Merc was working with Fencer, but Merc was working with a group that was working with Fencer. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And so like you were just like hanging back with these guys, and like Fencer would be over talking with the guys who were paying all the bills. So, yeah, he's pretty much one of the biggest wizards in Rookroost. There's the guy who owns the Wizard's Tower, whatever, that's in an adventure, the Fist, something of Istis, whatever, but we're not getting into all that. Let's put it this way, when it comes to wizards, he's of the top 3.
Yep. But that is not going to be, wow, okay.
Think about how good you will feel afterwards. When fear is natural, it is only when you push through this fear that you find the great joys that life has to offer.
You know what's not natural is having your skeleton melt inside your body and come out your nose. I've seen that. Just saying.
You know what else?
That was very good.
In the top 3 wizards, you have Fencer, and then you got Rahly's dad.
Oh, damn.
Now I'm just saying, I'm just throwing that out there, but here's the thing, is like,
so
nobody knows who your dad is, except you.
Right. So what time is it, by the way? How much time, like, are we midday? Like,
yeah, let's say it's just for shits and giggles, because you guys have been fucking around in here for a little bit. We're going to say that it's basically noon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were Silver Wolf and Three Toes, were you guys given any sort of time frame, or do you need to report back?
Yeah, we needed to be back at 5 p.m.
Oh, well, look at that.
To visit Sally.
Mm-hmm.
Do you gentlemen think we can pull off both? I do.
I don't see why not. I mean,
not.
we have an interesting job and with an assassination, and then we have a boring job with a book. So, I mean, you guys could go do the book job. And
if it weren't for Nordra's wisdom that we are going to need to practice something against magic users, I'd be hard pushing for just the book. But
what if we? And I know this kind of abandons our original plan, but what if we see if maybe we can strike some sort of deal with the wizard?
I just want to put this on the table.
Really interesting.
What could we possibly offer him that he would want?
The book.
Release from this life.
No, that's never the answer.
Actually, it is. It's always the answer, sir. Regardless of what you might think, it is always the answer.
That's never what anybody wants. It may be a necessary.
Besides that, which I don't think he's going to go for.
An excellent point. If we get the book first and then go see the wizard, we have a bargaining chip.
All right,
whether or not we actually give it to him or use it to.
Hey, you guys keep talking.
For lack of
I'll
better
get
term.
filled in a second. I gotta go to the restroom. Hold on. You keep talking.
Yeah, we
I
need some
think
time to plan.
the book first is at least a marginally better idea than the wizard,
Well, if he's one of the top 3 wizards, he's very powerful.
Yes.
So can we go visit Rahly's father and recruit him to the cause? Or would
So
he not
we
be
do have time to
interested?
see him before 5
We don't know anything about your father, though, right? So
Well, I know that he's related to.
He's an 80. He is a powerful wizard. Rahly doesn't really know that or grasp it. Like, he thinks you're a powerful wizard. Like, he gets that his father is probably a little bit better than you, but he really doesn't grasp the concept of high-level magic.
Okay.
What if Rahly's father wants us to do something else? Everybody seems to want us to do things.
See? Again, Nordger, you are the best.
Maybe he'll have another assassination for us. Wouldn't that be awesome?
The difference between not knowing an opportunity and saying no to an opportunity are the same. If he offers us something, we've lost nothing.
We give no information to your father.
I'm back, by the way. Keep going.
So
if we give information, then it may make it easier to trace.
Do not tell
him
anything. You understand, all of you? Do not tell him anything. He is a very dangerous man.
Should you just go by yourself?
We can all go. Just be careful. Just understand he is a nady. Nadies are dangerous people. Look at Silver.
I try to ignore that, and I say, because when you connect me to the nadies, I get visibly angry.
Well, it's okay, Silver Wolf, because you're a huge piece of shit, because your father is a warlord.
Anyways,
that's what you do to every half-orc you kill. I want you to think about that.
All right, look. I think we're missing a piece of the puzzle here, and I think it has to do with Rahly's father.
Let's go talk to him. We got time.
Rahly's father is one of the top 3 wizards, but nobody knows who the fuck this asshole is, other than he's just one of the nadies.
Rahly knows.
Well, Rahly, yeah.
So does Wyndon.
All right. Other than the two of you, he's not as famous as the Spencer guy, right? I don't want to talk to him about the book.
No, we don't tell him anything. We get information from him. We don't give him information.
But I think he's already part of this, because he's part of the outfit, right?
For sure.
Right. For all we know, he's the person who knows about the book and
he's the one who wants the book.
Yeah. Right. I don't know what we gain by going to him, because at best we get nothing. At worst we let something slip. I just don't see the advantage at this point.
He is my father. There is a certain affection there.
That's fine. I mean, if you want to go say hi, that's fine. But I'm saying as a group plan, though, I don't know that it offers us anything new or better.
I understand. Would you guys like to go meet with Smokey Kaz while I go and see my father, and we can meet up afterwards? And what do we think? If we have to choose one over the other, the book seems like the better bargain.
Agreed.
And if we can't do both, then we do. And we see how things unfold.
Yes.
I don't think you should go by yourself, though.
He's my father. I mean,
yes.
Would you like to come with me, Three Toes?
I could accompany you if that's something you desired.
Do you need to be with Smokey Kaz? It sounded like he wanted to hire you. Would you, Silver Wolf?
Yeah, he probably wants Three Toes.
I would imagine.
I will go with Rahly.
Thank you, Norjor.
We will be okay.
All right, so you go there, and we reconvene at the Green Egg.
Agreed. Yes, I will. When I'm finished with my father, I will meet you there.
Like, Norger will shoot a look at Rahly and say, "We will be quick."
Fast, yes. I will talk as quickly as I possibly can.
Norger will smile and be like, You are good at that.
All right.
Okay. So let me get this straight. Raleigh and Norge are going to go to his dad's house.
Mhm.
Okay. And then the rest of you are going to go to the Green Egg.
How about this? Why don't we set a time frame? So
Yes.
set a time, so if they're not back here by like 4:30 or something like that, we then decide to meet all at the Green Egg. Otherwise, we meet here, so we could talk about what they learned and go from there.
That makes total sense. Yeah, we still have 5 hours. We're good.
Yeah. All right. Let's do that.
Totally. Okay. So you guys will meet back at Salas's place at 4:30. Okay. All right.
Now,
If we're doing that though, this is out of character. If we're doing that though, do we want more people to come? Because I thought one of the reasons was we thought Three Toes would need to be there to talk to Smokey Kaz, and
technically all of you guys could go talk to. I mean,
yeah, you're all
go
welcome.
to Raleigh's
I think
place.
some people didn't want to. My
Yeah,
understanding.
there's enough time that you could fit both in for sure.
I think Wyndon will actually ask Salas. Salas, do you have any parts in this house where I could train? I haven't practiced shooting for a little bit.
Oh, yes. Follow me. I will show you to the rooms.
Okay, guys, good luck. If you don't find
You too,
me later,
buddy.
good
You
Godspeed.
Norger will just say, just shoot anywhere.
Before she leaves, I'm gonna ask her if she has some red thread.
Oh, yes, I do. One moment. She sticks her hands into her voluminous robes and starts rummaging around, and the hands start moving all the way up to her shoulder and down, and she pulls her arms inside of her robes, and she keeps looking. Then bam, her arms come out, and she's holding a thing of red thread, thin for sewing in one hand, and then in the other hand it's more like the ribbon that you use around tying presents and stuff in the other hand. She goes, here you go, Three Toes.
Excellent. I could use both. What do you want for them?
Nothing. Just keep doing
Perfect.
what you're doing. Seer of Nura is a very noble cause.
Norger's getting the fuck out of there.
Okay.
All right.
He's waiting outside for Raleigh.
Take
He's waiting
the
outside
thread
for
and the
Raleigh.
ribbon both and put them away for later.
Okay, so everybody except for Wyndon is going to go to Raleigh's dad's house, right?
Sure.
Is that what I heard? Okay. So Wyndon, essentially what she's going to do with you, you follow her back upstairs. She goes back into that same hallway, okay? She opens the door. It's the same door of the room that you slept in when you spent the night there. Remember that?
Yep.
And when she opens the door, on the other side, there's no longer that room that you slept in. There's an archery range.
I say that's handy.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
it's an indoor one, but still.
Okay.
She goes, there you go. If you wish to to sleep afterwards and have your place for rest, simply come down and find me again. Call for me, or I will leave a bell on the table. This bell can summon me anywhere within Rook Roost.
Well, that's incredibly handy. Thank you for your.
She backs out
Combination.
as you're talking, as you're saying thank you and all that, and closes the door behind her.
All right, I'll just start practicing shooting, and I'm actually particularly working on trying to load my crossbow faster. So I'm trying to work on that as well.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna jump back over to the rest of y'all. Okay, so Raleigh, where are you going?
To wherever he lived before I left.
Okay, that's what I want to hear. Okay, so your dad used to have within. Let me make sure I have the right thing up on the map because I think I got the Salas's apartment. Yes, I do. Okay, we're gonna go back over to the map of Rook Roost. Okay, so here we go. All right, your dad was kind of a big deal. Has always been kind of a big deal. His tower is actually. Tell me, first of all, do you guys see the map of Rook Roost?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, you see where I'm pinging?
Yep.
Okay, see he's just north. There's the Mages Guild right
I
there.
don't know if we see it on Roll20 though.
Okay,
Not on Roll20, on Twitch.
on Twitch.
It'll take a second, I'm sure.
It doesn't matter. Fuck those guys. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically what it is if you guys can't see, there's, I'll drop a little history, a little education as far as how my Rook Roost goes. You have the peak, which is the innermost part of the city, is the utmost, the creme de la creme of people who are there. That is a walled part. Okay, then there's the next section of the city, which is the inner city, which in most places sounds like a bad thing, but here it's a good thing. That is another walled section. This is where the more high-end people live. Now, the peak is basically, that is the elite. The inner city, those are the in people, okay? Then there is the outer city, okay, which is the next part of it, which is essentially your common day folk, your run-of-the-mill people. Then there is what is called outwall, okay? Outwall is outside the walls of the city itself. And the problem, outwall has always been run down, full of poor, the lackadaisical, what have you. It has been flooded because there's actually a bunch of refugees that have come from other parts of the Bandit Kingdoms that have come and stayed here. So it is kind of like bursting at the seams and is far worse than it's ever been before. Okay, bam. So your dad's tower is actually, and it's kind of a flicking his or thumbing his nose at the Mages Guild, is on the basically the north end of the same block as the Mages Guild. Now, it didn't start off as a tower. It started off as he had a shop, then he expanded that shop, then he put a second tier on that shop, a second floor on that shop, then he put a third floor, then he tore the shop down, then he put started to build this tower, so forth and so on. Okay. Your dad's rise to power within Rook Roost has been slow and methodical, but the entire time that you were as a kid, all you remember is your dad working diligently. Your mom scheming. Your dad working diligently. Now your dad has this 5-story tower that's on the same block as the Mages Guild. So you all have always known where that's at. So I'm assuming that's where you're going.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So, and surprisingly, you guys are still, Salus's place is not that far away. It's actually just like, you guys can see it there. There's the Ravens Inn, right? Yep, that's correct. That right there,
Yep.
That's where Salus's place is. His tower, right there. So it doesn't take you guys long to go over towards that area of the town, and you get towards where the tower is. And essentially, one thing that you notice that is different from before, Rahly, is that before, most of the other buildings and shops or whatever that were there were close up around the tower. Now, all of those are torn down. There is a small garden that is around the tower itself, and there's a single doorway there that is elaborate, runes etched in gold into the stonework around, and this one single door is flanked by 2 ogres.
Interesting.
So
as Morgan approaches, he would flip his coat, but his serious visage and his hair stays the same, and he looks at his compatriots. He's, "Please, gentlemen, not a word." But so he is Morgan, but he has Rahly's coat.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
How long has Morgan been around?
Morgan's been around for That's
More importantly,
7 or 8 years.
did your dad know of them?
No.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
I have my my cloak pulled far over my head to obscure as many of my features as possible.
I gotcha. Okay.
So does Nordjor.
Okay.
I'm definitely trying to remain concealed.
Okay. So, you guys are approaching the ogres?
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping for a fight, but
As you
Hanging
guys
in the background as always, yes.
as you guys are approaching the ogres, one of the ogres, you know, like sort of, oh, there's people coming up the walkway, all right. And he like starts, he's got essentially it's a fanny pack. And he starts like rummaging around in there and whatnot. And he pulls out this metal box, sets it on his shoulder. And as he sets it on his shoulder, these legs come out of the box and grab into his shoulder. The box, and anybody who is I'm not going to do the sound effect terrible. Okay, think of 80s Transformers. Okay, it turns into an owl. Okay, and the owl. Okay, and it's made of metal, so think of Clash of the Titans, and it's looking down at you guys, and it goes, "Hello, can I help you?" And like, you know, you can hear the gears whirling and whatnot inside. Its eyes are like growing and smalling, growing and smalling. He goes, "Oh my, is that? Yes, that's Master Rahly, is it not?"
Hello, Owl.
"Hello. Would you like me to inform your father that you have arrived?" "Of course you would. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. Please, give me the utmost of moments. Allow me to inform him." "Hey, you! Ogre, open the door!" It's the owl talking the same way. "Oh, yeah, okay, I'll open the door for you." So he reaches over and he opens the door, and the owl goes in, he closes the door, closes the door, and he turns around and looks at you. Yeah. You guys got our lunch. You're from the deli, right? Hey, over you, what'd you order? These folk from the deli, they brought us our food.
That we don't do delivery anymore. They sent us in person to tell you.
What? Oh, that's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
The economy's tough for everyone.
Yeah, I know. The door opens up again. The owl comes flying out, lands on the same ogre's shoulder. And the first thing that comes out, there's 2 elven babes. Okay. Exquisitely dressed. They are wearing silk gowns. Hair slicked back. Think of, what's that song, Addicted to Love? Robert Palmer.
Robert Palmer.
It's the Robert Palmer girls. Now just think of 2 elven Robert Palmer girls dressed in black silk gowns come out first side by side, and then they part and they move to the side, and then behind them comes out this business clad. The dude's wearing a silk Nehru jacket. You know, he's dressed in black head to toe, all trimmed in gold. His hands clasped behind his back. Hair slicked back. Has the "I'm completely bored with all of you" even before he talks to you look. Walks out. It's your dad.
Hello, Father. It's been a long time.
Rahly. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a long time, but you do have human blood in you. Can I help you with something? Have you seen your mother? And like in that split second that he says that, you can see that's total, like he's like chiseled fucking marble, you know? No feet, you know, there's no emotions on him. But for that 1 second where he says your mother, you see like a passion like run across his eyes for a split second, and then that composure, just as quick, comes right back.
I have. Have you?
No, of course I haven't. Can I help you with something? I assume you're here for some sort of how do I say it? Machinations or cunning debaucheries.
No. It's just I know 13 years isn't much for you, but it's, let's be honest, probably a quarter of my life. So I figured I
my
would.
son, it's not a quarter of your life unless you tend to be reckless with your behavior. You are half elven at least. You have many years ahead of you.
Well,
And I've been working on several more concoctions that might be able to even prolong that if you're willing to participate.
At these words, I kind of just visibly recoil backwards in like disgust and horror. Like that's the most evil thing I've ever heard in my entire existence.
I apologize. Where are my manners? Father, this is my friend Three Toes. He is a child of Neural. This is Norjor. He is a Furbolg from the Tangles.
Yes.
This is Silverwolf. He is a man. A man with too much tragedy.
No.
Come in.
And at that, when you say that, he walks out and walks right up to Silverwolf. You said you have your hood up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he gets like as close to nose with you as he can, right? If you don't mind. And he pulls your hood back. Then what he starts doing is he starts inspecting you. And it's not in a creepy way, not like, I wonder how I'm going to cut this up and look at it. It's like, is this something that would grill up nicely? Fish or chicken. Definitely not beef. He looks at you, and he actually like moves from one side, and then he moves to another. Silver, it is nice to finally meet the offspring of my sister. You're always welcome here, Silverwolf, but seriously, Silverwolf, what kind of name is this? That is definitely not your real name. What did your mother name you?
I look him up and down in the same fashion that he just did me.
And surprisingly, he reminds you a lot of your mom. Like a male version of your mom.
I'd say you're her brother, aren't you?
Yes.
Where's your father? Is he still alive?
No. Killed by
Good.
Ayus. It was a terrible thing that happened to your mother. Tomar is a bastard. Deserves nothing more than to be slain and quartered and whatever torture you could think of.
Some might say the same about the natives.
Of course they would. They're ignorant. You're not ignorant, are you? I'm sorry.
No.
You still didn't tell me what your real name is.
My mother named me Ander.
Ander. Well done. And at that, he stops, turns, looks at Rahly, and he goes, well, my son, it appears that you've given me 2 gifts today. I see your presence, which is always a, how do I say, wonder. And you've brought me my dear departed sister's son, my nephew. Please, come inside. There's much to be discussed. Much to be discussed. And he just turns and walks inside.
As soon as he turns around, I
Don't forget, there's 2
pull...
ogres there.
Yeah. It's all right. I nonchalantly lean down and scratch my leg, and pull my mother's dagger from my boot.
It's not there anymore. You gave it.
No, that is the other one. Is the one I gave away.
Oh, you kidding me? Okay,
I wouldn't give that away.
Okay, so you pull it. Okay, that's fair enough.
I pull it out and I sort of hide it in my cloak as I walk through the door.
All right, I'll let that happen. That's not a problem. Okay, he just walks in. What are you doing, Rahly?
I follow.
Okay. 3 toes, Nordro.
So he
On his way in, he would say to the ogres, "Shame about the deli."
I'm telling you, man. They had the best fucking elf loaf around.
Nordro, as we're walking in, Nordro will kind of like nudge Rahly and be like, "Why you tell what I am?"
He is a no-nonsense man. He already knew.
Nordra will grunt, and he's not like super pleased with that answer, but it is what it is at this point.
Okay, so you guys all follow him in?
I'm the last one through the door, but yeah.
Okay. The owl follows you. Okay. It's just kind of like... The 2 chicks, still with him, right? He walks in, basically you go through his front door, door closes behind you, and it is a cavernous, typical wizard bullshit. It is a cavernous, like, antechamber, you know, the beginning of, and it leads into a sunken, like, living room full of, like there's a big old fountain in the middle of it, paintings on all these different walls, plants, so forth and so on, ringed with leather couches and things along these lines. He goes over and he sits on one of them. The 2 girls come and they sit next to him, and he like gestures for you to sit in. There's plenty of other like it's like a super huge sectional that's in a circle, but in many different tiers.
Interesting.
And he offers for you to sit down.
Oh, of course, I will.
And then the owl goes flying off into the distance. There's different passageways and I shouldn't say passageways, but hallways that lead out of this room. He leans forward and he puts his elbows onto his knees like he's getting serious, and he goes, "So, Rahly, you've returned. One would hope that you've seen the error of your ways and decided to come and work for your father finally. And since you've brought my sister's son, I would gladly accept you into the fold as well." He turns his head like, I'm sure I could find a position where you would be able to be properly utilized.
Well, Father, I do appreciate the offer. I'm sure we all do. The reasons are unimportant, but I seek to unify Rook Roost against Ayuz.
Tell me of your mother.
What would you like to know?
You know what I want. Where is
She is the same, Father.
Is
She will never change.
You can, as he starts talking about Zavala, you can honestly see that, like, real cold demeanor start to crack and tumble away. And he's like, "Really? Well, she was with anyone? Does she have a new man?" You can...
No.
Nordra will say she had 2 men.
2 men.
He
He shoots up. He shoots up
So
out
it
of the
doesn't
chair.
count.
He shoots up out of the He shoots up out of the chair, turns around, slaps one of the chicks in black silk that's on the couch next to him.
Lord.
She takes it and it doesn't even say anything. Takes the slap and then turns back and goes, 2 men, as if any 2 men could be as worth me. Ha!
Father, they were halflings. They were half men.
They were halflings. No, I'm just kidding. And no. You see, he composes himself afterwards and goes, "It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You're back, and that's all that matters." Anyway, as I was saying, you've decided to come finally back and work for your father.
Well, maybe in a manner of speaking. I need audience with Vig Richard. He has chosen the wrong enemy, and it will be his downfall.
He stops and he looks at you very carefully for like several heartbeats. Becomes slightly uncomfortable, and then after that, he stops and he looks, starting with Norjor, looks at him. Then he looks over at Three Toes, kind of smirks a second, and finally he looks at Silverwolf. Then he comes back and he looks at you and he goes, "Obviously, this is some plan of your devise. These other ones wouldn't think of anything along these lines. Why do you need to speak with Vig?"
Is he talking to me or Three Toes?
No, he's talking to you. He's looking directly at you.
Okay. Because he has chosen the wrong enemy, and it will be his downfall. I seek to unite Rookroost.
Boy, don't play me. You come into my home after being gone for a minute and think that you've become wise, that you know the machinations of the world, and that all of a sudden you're some kind of super genius that can come here and change things. There are already plans that are in place. You're not going to change them. Now, you can either work for me and sit by my side, or not. I am a partner of Mr. Richard's. Nothing more. And
you know
if
what,
you
Father?
think that you're going to come here with some kind of empty promise or threat, just like your mother.
So, at this point, you can see it kind of click with Rahly. That is, this guy's not going to help him. So he leans forward. He's like, "You know what, Father? I have grown wise while I was gone. Wise enough to appreciate the advice from one's father. I would be happy to work for you." Oh, shit.
Now, do you say the horseshit part, or?
Yeah, the ridiculous voice was the out of character part.
Okay, that's what I figured. I just wanted to say, because he comes and he comes and he walks next to you and he stands like looking down on you, and he goes, "Finally, you see the error of your ways. Do not worry. I will introduce you to Vig. I will even allow you to explain yourself to him. You can spin this tale of whatever yarn you thought to impress upon me. He is a wise man. He has my counsel. I don't think it really matters either way. By the way, why don't any of you have souls?" And that's where we're going to end it. Right there. And that's how we'll end it.
All right.
Rahly's parents seem nice.
It is a wonder I turned out how I did.
Right? I don't know. Okay. You guys got to see his mom and you got to see his dad. Which do you prefer?
I don't know. They say I'm the creepy one. I don't know.
I know, right?
I mean, the whole slapping the lady as like a surrogate slap victim wasn't a fan of that. If you'd taken that away, I'd probably go with his dad. But with that in there, I don't know.
Right? Oh yeah, good stuff.
I'm happy to meet his father finally.
Yeah.
So you guys are little cousins then, like straight up.
Straight
like,
up.
Yeah.
Cousins.
That's a revelation.
Yep. Rahly was
Call out Patty Duke.
They're cousins, identical cousins.
Right? Yeah, so that's Raleigh's dad, brother to your mom. Man, where could that lead? Who knows?
Well, we'll find out next episode, I suppose.
Well, who knows? You guys got to still talk about what the hell you're doing.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. Last time.
Right now, I think we got to get the book, right? Let's get the fucking book.
Yeah.
Go from there.
Get in the book.
Yeah.
Right now, Wyndham's just practicing shooting things really fast.
And you know what? I have to say this much. I really respect the fact that you decided to stay behind in case you had to rescue people. Because I know what the hell you were doing. Yeah. And it's not lost on me the fact that it's the 5,000 gold one that you guys chose.
Of course.
I have no idea why.
I know, right? Money's money. I mean, whatever. So
if we need something, we'll just steal it. What's the excitement with having a pile of money? It just makes somebody else want to steal your stuff.
Thank you. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Okay, something that I haven't. I'm really bad about this. Is all of you guys have inspiration. I know I haven't been really good with that. Now, here's how I'm going to work inspiration from here on out. Because I'm so terrible at it. If you think that you do something that's worthy of inspiration and you currently don't have it, bring it to my attention. Because I have no problems with awarding it in certain situations. So what I'm going to do is, because I think nobody has it right now. I haven't given any out, correct? So,
correct. Yeah.
Okay, so everybody has.
What about this? What if someone else does something that we think is worthy?
That's a good idea.
We say,
we nominate.
That is even better. And you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to go one step further. I'm going to have 2 inspirations that we can give out. First inspiration is you guys vote. Let me know what you think as far as out of the party. The other, who's ever watching. If you guys want to vote, say, hey, that was worthy of inspiration, go ahead and do that, And you guys can type it in the chat. You can go to the Facebook page and say, hey, I think that was worthy of inspiration. You should give it to them. Totally. There's one thing that anybody who's watching currently or will be watching in the future, if you're seeing this after the fact on YouTube, we are definitely not beating you over the head trying to make you subscribe, trying to, hey, donate money or anything along these lines. The only thing that we will ever ask is for you to be a active participant in the game, and the best way to do that is to go to the Facebook page. If you're, I'll be a whore with that. If you want to like the Facebook page, that'd be awesome. But then when you get on there,
almost at 100.
Yeah, almost at 100. When you get on there, go ahead, shoot us some messages and all this different stuff. We will totally talk to you, talk to people about what's going on in the campaign. Bar Fight was inspired by who? What's our boy's name?
Frank Creed.
Frank Creed.
What's up, Frank?
Yeah, what's up, Frank? It was basically, he said he wanted to see a bar fight, and it just so happened to work out. A bar fight happened. Now, granted, Frank did afterwards ask to have a pie fight at a bakery. Still hasn't happened. I don't know if it will.
There's
but,
plenty of time.
I like that he's pushing the envelope.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
We're only through eight sessions. So
yeah. So
there's time for the bakery pie bite.
Exactly.
So
exactly. So basically, what that comes down to, people, is if you want to get involved, if you want to start giving us your suggestions, what have you. You know what I would really want? I really want, and we're so far from that. I want fan art. I want fan art so bad.
That's great.
I want fan art so bad you don't even know. Especially, let's put it this way: if you've got kids and you can get your kids to do the fan art, and then and post. I love.
Are
kids
you
art.
proposing that they outsource their?
Hell yes,
children?
I am. Hell
Slave
yes, I
I
am.
will take what I can get.
Yeah,
You know,
outsource. If you
The best thing in the world is kids art because it is completely unbridled. You know what I mean? It's like, what the hell is that? Oh, that's a horse. Well, what's growing out of its head? Oh, that's a turnip. Why is there a turnip out of its head? Well, that's because Lucy likes it. Who's Lucy? That's the dragon that's on his back. You know, I mean, where else do you get that sort of thing? That's
So,
good stuff.
I would like to counter with the best art in the world is art done by talented artists. So any talented artists out there who want to draw Rahly / Morgan, that would be awesome.
if you have a dog that can hold a paintbrush, have that dog paint a picture of us.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Well, everybody who's watched tonight, thank you again for joining in. Anybody who wants to share this, you know what? I'll say thanks right now. So I guess that leaves us where? I mean, you guys are still, in the creepy tower of Rahly's dad's house, right?
I'm in
Lavish.
Alice's house.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good times right there. Hey, everybody, I want to say thank you. Appreciate you tuning in. If you know anybody who would enjoy this, please share it. We're sharing it. We're trying to build our audience, of course, as always. And that's it. So
Thanks for watching.
peace out and thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
Hi, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Night.
All right, I'm muting.